We'll just see how it pans out today.
Timmy, your player to watch. First for Bourne.
I got for Bourne, it's hard not to pick the two brothers on the team, but I got to pick Matt Bolton. He's second on the team in runs with 9 and also second in walks. And he also has 3 triples on the season, which is very impressive.
Farrell, for the Doors, who are you looking at?
Well, I know Tim mentioned the production of Riley Jackson, but I'm going to go Ryder Woodson, a .313 batting average, 1 for 3 yesterday, reached base in 3 of his 5 plate appearances. His first home run here at Gov Fuller Field on Friday night in a pivotal 14-11 victory over the Cavaliers.
Commodores look to make it 3 in a row in a pivotal battle between the Bourne Braves and the Falmouth Commodores for the first place spot in the Western Division. We go live from Gov Fuller Field at 6 o'clock.
Falmouth Commodores baseball is live on the air tonight from downtown Falmouth, Massachusetts, as a West Division rival matchup is in store between the Bourne Braves and the Falmouth Commodores, with first place rights on the line here from Gov Fuller Field. As we say hello inside the press box here from Gov Fuller Field, Farrell Hudson and Timmy Weiss, third member of our crew, Andrew Hillsman, all evening. And Timmy, a great 2 days for the Commodores against the Katuitt Cavaliers.
Well, the runs are finally coming in for this team, and this team was struggling a lot to get on the board, and all of a sudden, it's all coming together. 24 runs in the last 2 games. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable to see with a team that was struggling so bad offensively.
And you think about the way the Commodores scored those runs with 2 outs last night, 3 consecutive innings in which they plate 2 or more runs. Just such impressive offensive consistency.
Absolutely, and to see 2 guys have multi-hit games, but the walks for me is what's standing out offensively recently. You have 10 walks yesterday, 7 walks on Friday night. They're taking much better at bats, and they're being smart about the pitches they're taking versus not taking.
Also a little bit down on strikeouts, 27 in the last 3 games, so still 9 a game, but a little bit less. Falmouth still at the clip of 188, leading the Cape Cod League in strikeouts, but we turn to another guy who can strike guys out tonight. That's Sachin Ramos for the Commodores.
And Ramos has been excellent so far this season, still has not allowed a run for this team, so to see him back out there, hopefully you get a little bit better of a pitching performance, because even though the Doors won the last 2 games, the pitching struggled at times, so you want to see a quality start today.
And that's 0 earned runs through 8 1/3 innings for Sachin Ramos. We've seen him be utilized in a lot of different relief roles, and it's great to see also from the starting pitching, Tim, because the last couple games beforehand, the real strength of the Commodores was their relief staff.
It was, indeed, and that's kind of been the strength most of the season, is the relievers have done a nice job of going out and doing a good, solid job. The other thing, though, is on Friday night, Cohen Nelson did a fantastic job out of relief. So there has been some signs still of the relievers going out and doing a nice job. Nelson actually went 5 innings, no runs in that one.
Yeah, unbelievable. You look at Ryan Castillo yesterday with the 6 strikeouts, change up working to perfection. We spoke about Cohen Nelson. Hey, how about the lineup as well? You have 2 hitters over 300 in their last 5 games, and Riley Jackson and Ryder Woodson. Woodson with a 2-run shot on Friday night.
And Woodson is the one for me that has stood out all season. I mean, since he joined the team just over a week ago, he has a hit in, I think, only one of the games that he has played in. He hasn't gotten a hit. So that's extremely impressive for a guy who, comes in late to the season and has to get acclimated. Well, he's done a nice job of that this season.
We'll turn it down to the field as the national anthem here from Gov Fuller Field before tonight's ball game between the Bourne Braves and the Falmouth Commodores. It's the Landsman family. As we welcome you back here to Gov Fuller Field, as it's time to get you the Bourne Braves starting lineup tonight. Blake Schaff, the shortstop, will lead off. Rustin Rigdon is the second baseman. He will bat second. Andrew Costello doing the catching will bat third. Middle third in the order in the cleanup spot, it's Luke Costello. Mark Quattrani is the designated hitter, batting fifth. Garrett Michelle at first will bat sixth. Bottom third in the order, Matt Bolton in center will bat seventh. John Stutzer, the left fielder, bats eighth. And batting ninth is Cooper Williams, the third baseman for Scott Landers. 7-8-3 Bourne Braves. And those same Bourne Braves will be going up against the right-handed pitcher. Throwing to his future battery mate at UCF, it's Sachem Ramos, Tim.
It's pretty cool to see Sachem Ramos getting to do that opportunity, and he has been fantastic all season with the Commodores. So far this season with the Doors, Sachem Ramos has a 0 ERA in 8.1 innings pitched, and he's just looked really comfortable out there. He actually hasn't made a start yet, though, so this first time this season that he's going to have a new role, and I'd like to see how he kind of bounces back and takes this opportunity today as a starter.
Commodores will seek their second consecutive victory with a starting pitcher on the mound. Ryan Castillo, 5 strong innings of work yesterday against the Cotuit Cavaliers up the road at Lowell Park as he struck out 6. And for Sachem Ramos, he was named a D2 Baseball preseason All-America second-team player in 2026, and for good reason. You turn it back to his season last year at Florida Southern College, 11-2 record with a 4.29 ERA across 98 2/3 innings of work. Healthy walk-to-strikeout ratio at 35 to 91 strikeouts in those same 98 2/3 innings. Commodores could use some quality starting.
They really need a quality start after the last 2 games haven't been the greatest starts. I mean, Nate Stern went out there and unfortunately had a tough start on Friday night where the Commodores fell back in that one down 10-5 and managed to come all the way back in a crazy game. But you want to jump out and not give up the runs in the first couple of innings, because the last 2 games, even yesterday, the Commodores gave up runs in the first couple of innings. See if you can go out there and build a lead early on in this one. It would be very helpful.
Nice start to tonight's game here from Gov Fuller Field. You had 3 generations present at the microphone for the national anthem. Herb and Lucy Landsman doing the honors. They'll also come back tonight for the 7th inning stretch. You had members of the Falmouth Country Club, Finn and Reese Burgess, throw out the first pitches. 2 generations present at the mound. And the AAU baseball team saying, play ball. It's a Sunday night of action as we're just about to get underway. Sachem Ramos working from the middle of the rubber. Righty on lefty matchup deals with the shortstop, Blake Schaff, to lead it off. And Ramos, first pitch of the ball game is lined into left field. That's down for a base hit. And Schaff's aboard with nobody out. As let's throw it now to the defensive alignment tonight for the Falmouth Commodores, Tim.
As you take a look at the third base, it's Braden Jeffries, Ryder Woodson at shortstop, Ty Konis at second base, Riley Jackson at first. Then left to right in the outfield, Slanker, Peralta, Schmidt, and doing the catching for Ramos is Dallas Brooks.
Brooks, the future battery mate, as we mentioned, of Sachem Ramos, recently committed to play baseball at USC. Over 175 innings of work at Florida Southern College. Ramos, a strikeout per inning guy this year, 84 in 78 innings of action. 1 on, nobody out. It's Rustin Rigdon. He swings and misses, 0-1. So Schaff's off of first base with nobody out. The Wake Forest middle infielder batting .264, increases a couple ticks on that batting average. He's got a medium-sized lead off of first. Ramos out of the stretch position, middle of the rubber. 0-1, fastball outside. It's Rustin Rigdon, the Vanderbilt Commodore, in against the Falmouth Commodores tonight. Awaits a 1-1 with nobody out. Ramos fires in the dirt, and a nice stop from Brooks. Last time out, an exciting matchup between these 2 squads, Tim. A 3-3 tie up the road at Doran Park on June 19th.
And it was an impressive job by Logan P. Kerr. He actually gave up the run that tied the game in the 9th, but he went back out in the 10th and couldn't give a... If he gave up a run, it would have ended the game, but he did a nice job of getting out of it.
91-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer third for a called strike. 2 apiece on Rigdon with nobody out. Rigdon, a .270 hitter at Vanderbilt this season across 54 games. 823 OPS. Ramos looking for his first down of the ball game as he fires just low for ball 3. 93-mile-an-hour fastball just below the knees, and a full count to Rigdon. 1 on, nobody out. Top of the first just underway. Second of 5 meetings on the season between Bourne and Falmouth. Ramos comes set, deep breath, middle of the rubber. Glove at his belt, he'll spin and fire back to first.
I think that's the other crazy thing is that these teams haven't played twice yet this season. I mean, most of the teams in the league, Falmouth has played twice at this point, and especially you would think a West Division opponent that you've played twice.
A lot of inter-division action. Payoff pitch with nobody outs, outside for ball 4. The throw down to second's a moot point. 2 on for the Braves with nobody out here in the top of the first. As we'd like to remind you that walk is our free pass of the game presented by the Office of Travel and Tourism. Presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees. For those that qualify, capecod.edu/free for more. Once again, free pass of the game presented by Cape Cod Community College. 2 on, nobody out. It's the right-handed hitting catcher, Andrew Costello. And against Ramos, squares to bunt. Draws it back, but it's too late as he fouls it. First base side foul.
And Costello, a guy that has been unbelievable this season for Bourne, hitting .375, which is the best on the Cape. He's just looked really good against every opponent he's played.
Costello, a member of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As you mentioned, .375 batting average, .1024 OPS in that number 3 spot. Looks like something's going on, though, with Costello, as Scott Landers will come out to momentarily check on him. But Costello, a lot of great numbers early on this season for Bourne.
It's incredibly impressive, not just the average, but the on-base percentage, .470, second on the Cape, to just Rob Rispoli with Chatham.
Rispoli had himself quite the season at UConn, just up the road in Stores. Gotta love the local Northeastern talent, especially with a lot of the SEC and ACC taking center stage, rightfully so, here on the Cape. 0-1 with 2 on, nobody out. Ramos a peek at second and fires the breaking ball. Chopped foul behind home plate, 0-2. Shafts off a second, Rigdon off a first, nobody out. 0-2 count, top of the first. For Costello, 2 homers and 4 RBIs this season, a .554 slug percentage. 4 extra base hits to boot as well. Ramos glove at his belt. Stare at second. Runners take off as a ground ball foul. Third base coach's box.
Well, Schaff had a phenomenal jump on that pitch, so very lucky for Falmouth that it was fouled off by Costello. He was almost certainly going to get into third base.
Looked like a slow off-speed pitch there from Ramos. Look to see if he replicates it or goes with the change of pace here. Still 0-2 with nobody out. Ramos 2 looks at second, comes home, fouled. Fastball at 94. Not only can Ramos be tough to pick up fast arm action, Tim, but he also differs his looks. He can sometimes quick pitch you.
It's cool to see. I mean, you like a guy that can kind of mess your rhythm, right? That's what you want to do as a pitcher. You want to make batters mess up their rhythm.
0-2, breaking ball, hit on the ground to third. And bobbling it is Jeffress. It'll go down as an E5. Commodores made a couple errors in last night's ball game over Akatu at a 10-6 win at Lowell Park. But just like that, bases loaded, nobody out for the Bourne Braves.
And the weird thing about that corner at Gov Fuller Field, it sometimes does take a weird hop. So we've seen a couple times this season guys miss a ground ball that you know they usually make, and Jeffrey's a phenomenal defensive player, so very rare to see that from him.
It's Luke Costello to the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out. And the fastball misses low and away for ball 1. Got Schaff off a third, Rigdon off a second, Costello off a first. For Luke Costello, no homers, but 15 RBIs. The team leader for the Bourne Braves in the RBI category. He pops one up. Middle of the diamond. Sachem Ramos. It's Dallas Brooks with the call, and it falls. So coming to the home plate and stepping on it for the out is Brooks, but Commodores get lucky there, Tim.
You know, I was crazy, and I couldn't believe that they missed it, but it ended up being not a big deal at all because obviously all the runners not going to move up on that. They're not going to assume that that ball would drop. So it ends up working out. A little bit of a sloppy start, though. so far.
So Costello said they must have called infield fly, Tim, because none of the
That's
base
right.
runners
It
advanced.
felt like they would have called an infield fly on that.
You still have Schaff at third, Rigdon at second, Costello at first. With one out, top of the first. And the fastball fouled off from Mark Quattrani, 0-1.
Fans, please do not retrieve foul balls. Get into the parking lot. I repeat, please do not
For
chase
Quattrani.
foul balls. Get into the police parking lot.
Plays at Notre Dame. Second season with the Bourne Braves. In 7 games this summer, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, 179 average. In that 5 spot this evening, fastball strays above the letters, and it's a ball and a strike.
And also a guy that played with the Commodores last summer at the beginning of the season. Was one of the 2 main catchers for the Doors.
806 OPS, 1 homer and 9 RBIs in his 10 games here at Falmouth. 1-1, swing and a miss. Beautiful breaking ball from Ramos. Dips over the outside corner, 1-2. Quattrani's arguable best season in college before this year, in which he posted crazy power numbers. Besides just the power, 376 batting average. It's 1-2 from Ramos. Swing and a miss. Big second out recorded there as Quattrani cuts through the slider at 87. I was going to say that's a big out to get, because he just struck out a 376 hitter across 53 games at Notre Dame this season.
Quattrani was excellent, no doubt about it. And Ramos starting to get his confidence going. I mean, he had the ground ball to Jeffries, so really he should be out of the inning right here. But now he's got to get one more.
How about this? The 3rd time Bourne Brave, Garrett Michel, with 2 out, top of the first. He fouls the first offering from Ramos off, as Sachem's got a chance to pull a Houdini act early on, Tim. Bases loaded, nobody out now. Bases loaded, 2 out.
This would be a pretty special bounce back right here in the first inning.
A homer and 22 RBIs for Garrett Michel at Arizona State this season. 0-1. Fastball away. Garrett Michel formerly spending time as a Virginia Tech Hokie for 3 seasons there. 3 homers and 65 RBIs with the Hokies. 1-1, lined into center field. Straying back on his horses, Peralta to the backhand side. Fabio makes the catch. And the top of the first inning is over without any damage done. No runs on a hit, an error, 3 runners left on base. Half an inning through, no score between the Commodores and the Braves. But I'd like to remind you here that Milton Cat is proud to power the Cape all summer long. Back in a flash on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community.
Welcome back to Gov Fuller Field. Let's get you a look for the Falmouth Commodores this evening. Austin Milley, the DH, will lead off. Fabio Peralta, who made the nice running grab to end the top of the first, will bat second and play center. Ryder Woodson's the shortstop. He'll bat third. Brendan Jeffries in the cleanup spot at third base tonight. Ty Konis, the second baseman, bats fifth. Ben Slinker batting sixth. Bottom third in the order, Riley Jackson, the first baseman. Dallas Brooks, the catcher. And Carl Schmidt, the right fielder. They'll be going up against the southpaw Brendan Bennett, Tim, for the first time this season.
And Bennett's a guy that's been really solid to start the season for the Braves, a 1.54 ERA. He's 0-1 actually, but he's made 3 starts this season and appeared in 11 2/3 innings. So a guy that has done a nice job with the Braves so far.
And his walk to strikeout ratio in college so far, small sample size, went 6 2/3 with the Clemson Tigers in his freshman season. He was cut short due to injury. Low whip, but a 3 walk per 9 inning guy and a 10 strikeout per 9 inning guy. maybe doesn't bode well for the Commodores, but maybe this is the perfect challenge they need, Tim. 2 wins in a row, you've been striking out a lot less, and you face a strikeout-heavy pitcher in Brendan Bennett.
This is the big test, right? Can you turn the tide of the strikeouts again? I mean, you've seen it for 2 games in a row, but a 3rd game is when you really start to say, okay, something is changing here. The Commodores are fixing their plate approach and really solving this problem.
A strikeout for Sachin Ramos in the top of the first. He gets out of the inning unscathed. Bases loaded, nobody out, but Bourne does not score. Bourne also 3rd strikeouts in the CCBL with 168 on the season. So Commodores will look to keep them at bay all evening and keep this astute offensive production rolling. As you mentioned, Tim, 14 runs Friday night, 10 yesterday, 24 in their last 17 innings combined. So it's a lefty on righty matchup to begin. Austin Maley, who's been about as consistent in the leadoff spot as Jack Dom imagined, bringing him over from Gateway Community College. First pitch strays outside from Bennett, a ball and no strikes. Maley possessed a .342 batting average across 39 games at Gateway Community College this year. Still yet to play a game of Division I baseball, but Tim, he's exhibiting every element necessary to be a competitor at the top level. Takes a fastball high, 2-0.
Yeah, I feel like it's only a matter of time before a big school picks him up.
In every case, to be playing one of the top power conferences in collegiate athletics. For now, he awaits a 2-0. Fastball swing and a foul back. Maley played in the Prospect League last summer with the Clinton Lumber Kings. 2nd consecutive summer under Jack Dom's tutelage, a .269 average there, .288 so far in his time in Falmouth. 2-1 with nobody out and the bases empty. Home half of the first, no score between the rival Bourne Braves and your Falmouth Commodores. Into his wind and firings, Bennett inside, 3-1. Falmouth atop the West Division right now, tied with Bourne, both with 17 points. Falmouth ahead in the wins column. 8 wins for the Commodores, 7 for the Braves. Lefty on righty, good hitters count, 3-1. Inside for ball 4. So with Maley going down to first base and Fabio Peralta due up, let's get you the defensive alignment for the Bourne Braves.
At third base, it's Cooper Williams, shortstop Blake Schaff, Rustin Rigdon at second base, Garrett Michelle at first, and then left to right in the outfield, Stutzer, Bolton, Costello, Andrew Costello behind the plate, catching for Brendan Bennett.
It's Fabio Peralta, one on with nobody out. Squares to bunt and pops it up foul. Like the idea from Fabio trying to use his speed there.
I mean, there's a lot of guys on this Falmouth team that can use their speed. He's not the only one, but it is always fun to see him go down the base path.
15 hits so far for Peralta as a Commodore. 2 extra base hits, no homers, and 4 RBIs. He waits a 0-1. From Bennett with nobody out, a peek at first and fires breaking ball outside. Peralta led off yesterday against the Catuit Kettleers. Walked, came around to score. Had a 2-run double in the top of the 7th. Bennett a peek at first, home with the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Buried a nice breaking ball low and away at 85. Commodores have done a nice job at home and against the West Division. 5-3, 3-2-1 overall against West Division opponents. One-two. Fastball dribbled up the middle. Going to the bag and not getting there in time is the shortstop Schaff. As Blake Schaff, visibly frustrated with Brendan Murphy, the third base umpire, felt like he definitely had a play, and Scott Landers is going to come out to talk to Murphy.
Yeah, I mean, I understand being a little bit upset about the call at times, but I thought Austin Maley was in there just in time. It looked like he just got his foot in, and that's great hustle play and exactly how you want to play the game. Energized right from the jump. You got some extra energy after you get out of the bases loaded jam, and now you take it into it offensively. Really good start.
Scott Landers seemingly not too thrilled. I think that's more a frustration play, like you're saying, though, Tim, because yeah, you can see Brendan Murphy tell Scott Landers in the Bourne dugout, hey, knock it off. I've heard enough. It's only the bottom of the first inning, too, Tim.
See if tempers flare in this one. Never know.
Lefty on righty. This is the right-handed hitting shortstop, Ryder Woodson, in 2 on, nobody out. Swings and misses at a letter-high fastball. For Woodson, he's been heating up 1 for 3 in last night's ball game. And his first homer as a Commodore in the bottom of the 6th inning helped aid Falmouth to that 14-11 victory against the Kettleers. Bailey off a second, Peralta off a first, and the fastball inside for ball 1. For Brendan Bennett, the ceiling's high, Tim. 36 innings of work across 2 years of college, but a 95-mile-an-hour fastball from the left side, certainly going to bode well for his future years. 1-1. Breaking ball inside corner, 1-2.
Well, just the numbers he put up at Clemson in the ACC, that's extremely impressive because the ACC always, every year, has a lot of really talented players.
One-two to Woodson with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Got tied up on an inside fastball at 93. Riders retired for the first out and the first strikeout in the ball game for Brendan Bennett.
Yeah, I've already seen one pitcher get out of the jam today. So Bennett trying to do the exact same thing.
So here comes Braden Jeffries, the National Gold Glove winner at the third base position at Michigan, who's made his impact known so far here as a Commodore. He's 0 for 3, but reached base twice yesterday with a walk in the 10-6 victory against Catuit. Lefty on lefty, and that skips away from the catcher, Costello, and goes to the backstop. Moving up 90 feet each are Maley and Peralta, and the Commodores 2 in scoring position with 1 out.
Well, that's really big to get these guys in scoring position because Jeffries is a very good contact hitter that hits a lot of singles. So now he's in a position where he gets it over the head of the infield is in, and all of a sudden the Commodores could have some runs.
Jeffries a .355 batting average, .946 OPS in the Big Ten with the Michigan Wolverines this season. 0-1-0 with 1 out. And the slider's away, 2-0. Mentioned the Commodores yesterday, Tim. That your 9 walks in that victory over Catuit. They've had a knack for seeing the right kind of pitches. Fastball outside corner, 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike, 1 out, bottom of the first. Runners on second and third for the Commodores in this scoreless game between division rivals. And it deals, and the fastball misses low. Spotted up nicely, Tim, over the outside corner once again. Figure
Really
is
close.
below the knees of Jeffries.
Still looks pretty solid out there, Bennett.
9 balls, 8 strikes for Bennett, 17 pitches. 3-1 pitch incoming to Jeffries with 1 out. Breaking ball away, second walk in the inning issued by Bennett, and the bases are jammed for the Commodores with 1 out.
And this is exactly who you want with the bases loaded, your RBI leader, Ty Konis. It's good to see Konis back in the lineup today because if you remember yesterday he went out in the 8th inning, had to get pinch hit for mid at bat.
And Tyconis has had a knack for hitting lefties, hitting with 1 or 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning with the bases loaded at Gov Fuller Field. The grand slam just 14 days ago against the division rival Wareham Gateman. He has the same opportunity here as he takes a fastball inside 1-0.
He's also in the first inning.
And it's the bottom of the first, too. A lot of chips aligning for the Commodores' RBI leader. He's also a Big Ten all-freshman team this year with the Maryland Terrapins, recently announced his commitment to go play at Texas Tech. Bennett working from the middle of the rubber, winds and delivers. Breaking ball high and in tight, 2-0. For Konis, he's sporting a .250 batting average, .802 OPS. He's moved all around the infield. He's played predominantly shortstop, a start at third base, a couple starts at second. Leaf Bigelow, the pitching coach, will come out for a conversation with a southpaw starter in Bennett.
I think he's just telling him, hey, you got to find the strike zone here. I mean, you already had 2 walks so far this inning, and now with the bases loaded, there's nowhere to put the runner.
So it'll be a 2-0 to Ty Konis. Ben Slanker awaits on deck. He's gotten his numbers up. Now 2 homers after his game-tying 2-run shot to the pull side on Friday night against Katuitt. Good opportunity for the Commodores to answer early for their starter, Sachin Ramos. Breaking ball inside. Check swing at quarter speed from Konis. He lays off. So in a 3-0 count, nowhere to put him, as you mentioned, Tim. He's got to throw a strike.
And no reason to swing here if you're Konis.
And with 13 balls, 8 strikes, already 21 pitches, 1 out recorded. Don't anticipate the Commodores have any plans of doing so, and it's because it's inside for ball 4. An RBI for Konis as Bailey crosses the plate. Peralta up to third, Jeffries up to second. Bases remain loaded for the Commodores with a 1-0 lead with 1 out.
Okay, well, the runs are not stopping so far today. Commodores jumping out to it, and the walks, I mean, it's not really, Commodores haven't done anything crazy. They've just had a good eye, stayed in there, and taken the right pitches.
And on the few swing and misses, Braden Bennett's bread and butter has been that outside slider. We'll look to see if he risks doing that here with Ben Slanker and the opportunity of it getting away from his catcher Costello. We've already seen one pitch skip away from Andrew Costello as he fires in a fastball down Broadway for a called strike at 92. Slanker at .222 on the season. Came to the Commodores as considered to be one of the better power hitters in all of college baseball. 31 homers between his last 2 seasons combined. He's got 2 here in Falmouth with 9 RBIs. 0-1 breaking ball catches the top of the zone. It's 0-2.
And the one that he had on Friday night was totally crushed into right field. It's on a line.
Nice crowd on hand here on this Sunday night, first Sunday night of July. And the first matchup of the season between Bourne and Falmouth here from Gov Fuller Field. 0-2 to Slanker, incoming from Bennett with 1 out. Lefty on lefty matchup. Bennett winds and fires. Fastball off the outside edge. It's 1-2. No run on a hit and no errors for the Bourne Braves. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error for the Commodores. And you're right, Tim. You know it's a bad hop in the field when Braden Jeffries is making an error, the Gold Glove winner himself.
He's phenomenal out there.
But hey, that's the beauty of the Cape Cod League. Some bad hops, wood bats. Nice change of pace for these players. Swing and a miss from Slanker as he cuts through the fastball. Ben retired for the 2nd out, and it's the 2nd strikeout for Bennett. Here comes Riley Jackson. Tim, you mentioned him as your Falmouth offensive player to watch. .265 batting average. He's had some really good swings lately.
Yeah, and he's hitting .364 in his last 3 games, which is the best on the Commodores. So a huge opportunity to break it open right here. You're not going to get these chances in the first inning often.
Bases remain jammed with 2 outs. Pitch to Jackson, fouled off up against the Braves dugout. No homers, 6 RBIs, 679 OPS for Riley Jackson, just above the team average of 675. Commodores come in with the 7th best OPS across Cape Cod. Nonetheless, still in first place in the West Division, 2nd best run differential in the CCBL West as well, only trailing the Bourne Braves. Breaking ball floats high.
And they're 2nd best with a -17 run differential. That's how crazy the West has been.
It's just how much the East Division's been whipping up on these Western teams. We mentioned a lot of interleague games played so far. 1-1, a high pop-up, middle of the diamond. Ranging over is Schaff. Rigged in there, but it'll be Schaff to take it. And that ends the bottom of the first inning. For the Commodores, they played a run and a hit, no errors, 3 runners left on base. An inning through, 1-0 Commodores here on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball. Let's take a look at tonight's game time weather. We got a nice one, 78 degrees. Feels like 79. The wind blowing 7 to 9 miles an hour to the northwest.
It's much better than sitting in the 90-degree heat of the last 2 days, Farrell. That was really hot.
As we get your Bourne Braves keys to the game. As for Timmy, what's your bread and butter stuff?
Yeah, you got to take a look at the bread and butter of the Bourne Braves, which is their strikeout ability. And you look at the Falmouth Commodores leading the league in strikeouts. That's a very important thing. And then don't give up home runs, because the Commodores are 5-2 with games they've hit a home run.
Sachin Ramos delivers a fastball outside corner for a called strike. And talk about bat to ball. It's very important for Bourne because they're top heavy in terms of displaying great batting averages. Ramos fires the 0-1 changeup outside. Blake Schaff's got the lowest batting average of anyone in the top 4 tonight. And it's still at 264 in a wood bat league, Tim.
It's really impressive.
Lefty on righty to begin the top of the second. It's Matt Bolton who takes a fastball away. 7, 8, and 9 in the Bourne order. Bolton followed by John Stutzer and Cooper Williams, center fielder, left fielder, and third baseman for the Braves. Lights have come on here on this relatively cool Sunday evening to end 4th of July weekend as it's fouled off. At least I say relatively cool, Tim, because we were talking about those 90-degree days where it might have felt like 100.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty hot out. A little humid.
Can't complain if it's below 80, though. It'll be a 2-2 with nobody out. Bolton, a .315 hitter. Spending his college time with the Binghamton Bearcats. 2-2 breaking ball strays outside. It'll be a payoff pitch to Bolton with nobody out. Ramos deals in a swing and a miss. Sachim's second strikeout of the ball game, second swinging. 1 gone and the base is empty here in the top of the second.
And if he can keep the momentum up from the end of that first inning, then he's going to be in really good shape. Now 4 straight batters retired by Ramos.
And Ramos just retired a hitter in Matt Bolton that's never batted below 300 in his college tenure. But now it's John Stutzer, right-handed hitter, who takes a breaking ball inside corner for a called strike. Matt Bolton also a teammate of Kason Murphy's last summer with the Newport Gulls. There's the quick pitch from Sachin Ramos, and it's low. Stutzer, a 188 hitter out of Florida State. Righty on righty, 1-1 with 1 out. Ramos deals fastball high. For Ramos in the top of the first, he allowed a single walk and then an E5 from Braden Jeffries, but then got an infield fly, strikeout, and flyout to get out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam in the top of the first. Fastball away, it's 2-1. Now 3-1. Ramos into his wind and fires inside for ball 4. Second walk of the ball game issued by Ramos, and there's one out with one out here in the top of the second.
It's a little weird how many walks there's been so far in this game. I mean, for Falmouth offensively, they've had 3, and then for Bourne, that is their second of the day. So 5 today between the two teams.
So it's John Cooper Williams rounding out the batting order for the Braves tonight. Short lead off of first for John Stutzer. Out of the stretch is Ramos, and he fires. It's fouled off third base side. Must be nice, Tim, to be establishing that continuity between Ramos and his catcher and Dallas Brooks, who will see him next season with UCF.
Oh, yes. I mean, to get acclimated with each other, I mean, especially for that program over there, UCF, to have those two guys playing together right now, that's really big for them.
A 1 dribbled on the ground to the left side of the infield. Woodson's going to flip Konis in time. Throw to first, not in time. It'll go down as a 6-4 fielder's choice. Stutzer is erased, and Cooper Williams will reach. So 1 on and 2 out. Nice play there by Woodson, handling the high hop and the underhanded shuffle toss to Konis.
He's really quick with his hands. That's what I like about him at shortstop. He can get it out of the glove in an instant.
So it's back to the top of the batting order, and the lefty hitting shortstop in Blake Schaff. He singled to lead off the game versus Ramos. 1 on and 2 outs. 1-0 lead for the Commodores here in the top of the second. Ramos working from the left side of the rubber glove at the belt in the stretch position. Fires a fastball away. For Schaff, he was 1 for 2 the last time out against the Commodores. Reached base in 4 of 5 plate appearances against Falmouth pitching on June 19th. As he sprays it into right field, that's going to drop down for a base hit. The second hit of the game for Blake Schaff, as Cooper Williams will stop at second. So 2 on and 2 out for the Braves.
And no hard contact yet by the Braves. I mean, that's just their second hit of the day, and it's also by Schaff. It was also a single.
So 2 on and 2 outs. Second hit of the ball game for Schaff. And the second hit of the ball game against Sachem Ramos through an inning and 2/3. Schaff's the only guy to get him, as John Cooper Williams is off of second. The aforementioned Schaff off of first. Ramos a peek at second, fires the first offering to Rigdon. It's fouled off the protective gear of Dallas Brooks, 0-1. Rigdon, his last trip to the plate, walked. Vanderbilt Commodore batting .200 this summer with the Bourne Braves. Oh, 1 with 2 out. And it skips off the right foot of Rustin Rigdon. I was going to say, that's a little bit too hard of a bounce, Tim, to be going off of Dallas Brooks.
I was quite confused at first when it went off that shoe, right? I kind of thought it hit the dirt from my vantage point because I couldn't see it. But that makes a lot more sense that it went off the foot.
So for the second consecutive inning, the bases are loaded. And with all ducks on the pond for the Braves with 2 outs, it's Andrew Costello, the home run leader for the Braves with 2. 4 extra base hits, 4 RBIs, posting a .375 batting average entering tonight. Reached on an E5 in the top of the first, as Williams off a third, Schaff off a second, Rigdon off a first. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Ramos goes to the outside corner, 0-1.
Well, this is a tough task. Bases loaded against one of the best players on the Cape so far. This is where Ramos has to really lock it in.
Sachem into his wind with the bases loaded. Deals, and it kicks away from Brooks, and coming to the plate. Flip is not in time, as getting in ahead of the tag is Cooper Williams. He scores, and we're all tied up at 1. Moving 90 feet as well are Schaff and Rigdon.
Well, I feel like this game is already shaping up to be another tight one. And we saw the first game these two teams played 3 extra innings. Has that similar back and forth vibe so far.
So it'll be a 1-1 with 2 outs, a tie game at 1. Schaff off a third, Rigdon off a second. Ramos winds and fires to Costello, hit on the ground sharply to shortstop. It's Ryder Woodson to throw across the diamond in time to complete the top of the second. But in the inning, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. An inning and a half through, it's 1-1 as we take a look at the instant replay of that play from Woodson at short.
And it's a nice job by Woodson to just collect himself. I mean, he knows he has plenty of, oh, we're going back to the one where he got the play at second. Yes, it was a great play. Quick hands, that's what he does at short.
1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly options. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Introduce
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just 1 click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Welcome back to Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field. Let's get your Falmouth keys to the game, Tim.
Yeah, for me, it's about not letting Bourne get triples. They have 6 triples, which is 4 more than any other team, and also limit the free passes. When Falmouth is winning games, the pitching staff does a nice job of not giving up walks.
Bottom of the second inning, 8-9-1 for the Commodores. Dallas Brooks to lead off as he dribbles one to the right side of the mound. Originally having trouble handling it is Bennett, but he collects himself and throws to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. I was talking about that power surge for the Commodores, Tim. Falmouth is 5-2 when they hit a home run in a game this season. For the Commodores in the home run department, they're 8th overall with 8. Bourne 6th overall, or rather 9th overall with 6 homers.
Yeah, tied with Katuitt. I believe, or not with, Falmouth is tied with Katuitt. Bourne is tied with Wareham after yesterday for last.
Lefty on righty matchup, bases empty, 1 out. And a 1-1 score, bottom of the second. Carl Schmidt takes a fastball high and away. And in terms of the equal offensive production, Tim, Commodores had at least 1 guy in that starting lineup last night reach base once.
And that's why the offense was so good. It wasn't just 1 guy. It was every single one in the lineup doing a good job of finding a way to get on base.
1-0 with 1 out. Fastball high, 2-0. For Schmidt, the second-year Commodore and California Golden Bear. Made his presence felt as one of the best hitters in the lineup for Jared Saltalamacchia's Commodores last year. 2-0 with 1 out. Flies at first base side foul. Schmidt came into the game as a pinch hitter yesterday against Katuitt. Coach Dom saying that he was going to get him some time at one point or another yesterday, and he's back in the starting lineup tonight. 2-1 with 1 out. Breaking ball high.
And that's exactly what Coach Dom is going to keep doing throughout the season. Maybe not towards the end of the season, but he likes to play every single guy in the lineup. Give guys some rest sometimes.
Breaking ball high and away for ball 4. So it's the 4th walk already issued. Across an inning and a third for Brendan Bennett, and it's back to the top of the batting order with 1 on and 1 out. It's Austin Maley.
The designated hitter from Gateway Community College.
Maley, a guy that also walked his first time up. See if he can get another one.
So Maley digs in from the right side against the lefty Bennett with one out. 1-1 game, bottom of the second. A 3-3 affair, the last time out between these two squads at Bourne Park. Bennett a peek at first, winds and fires. Fastball inside corner fouled off, first base side out of play. For the Commodores, they stranded 3 on base in the bottom of the first. Came in to score on a walk. Their lone hit in the inning, a single from Fabio Peralta. Patiently awaits on deck now. 0-1 to Maley. Lefty on ready matchup with 1 on and 1 out. 2 peeks at first from the southpaw Bennett, who fires the fastball high at 94. Maley at .422 on base percentage so far in his time as a Commodore. Playing some stellar defense as well. Swings and misses ahead of the breaking ball at 84, 1-2. .441 on base percentage last year with the Clinton Lumber Kings. So it'll be a 1-2 to Maley with 1 out. Bennett, long pause in. Peek at first, winds and delivers inside, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the home half of the second. 1-1 game between the Braves and Commodores. Maley fouls it back. Another quality at-bat being pieced together, Tim.
It's what he does every at-bat. He makes sure that he swings at the right pitches. He's not chasing. And with 2 strikes, does a really good job of fouling pitches off.
Austin Maley 10th in strikeouts with only 10 across 16 games for the Commodores. 2-2 hit on the ground, just foul at third base. Would have been a real tough play for the third baseman Williams to make. Maley also a .978 fielding percentage, predominantly at second base. He's played 85 innings so far this summer in the field with the Falmouth Commodores. It'll be another 2-2 from the lefty Bennett with 1 out. As he fires a fastball off the outside corner, Maley's worked a full count. Maley joined the team 2 games in. I believe his debut was against the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox, the first place YD Red Sox at 15-2-1. And a quick fire back to first base from the lefty Bennett. Get official confirmation on that right now.
I think it was actually against Brewster that he made that debut.
So, okay, so it was the Brewster game. That would be game 2, a wild 6-5 win for the Commodores at Stony Brook Field in the first of 4 meetings. They've now played 2 on the season. Falmouth and Brewster have split at 1-1. Brewster finding their way into that 3rd place spot in the CCBL at 11-6-1.
You know, when Falmouth played Brewster in that second game, I really didn't expect the Whitecaps to go on this good of a run.
Payoff pitch with 1 out. Fouled back. I believe they started 5-5, and since then have just taken off 6-1.
Commodores trying to go on a streak just like that, having won 2 in a row.
Okay, so it was Austin Maley, then Pearson Reebok pinch hit from Nick Van Tyker at the time, slid over to second. His defensive replacements to conclude that ball game. Yeah, very successful East Division, to say the least, so far. Payoff pitch, Maley fouls it off again. I believe it'll be a 9th pitch of the at-bat coming. For Maley, his last time out, 3 hits against the Braves on June 19th. He reached base in 4 of his 6 plate appearances on the day, only 1 strikeout against Bourne pitching. Back in that 3-3 tie. Payoff pitch on the way to Maley with 1 out as he pops it up. In foul territory at first base, it's Garrett Michelle who will make the catch for the 2nd out.
Well, that's an unfortunate way for that at-bat to end with the pop-up. But still, really nice job to get Brendan Bennett's pitch count up. 10-pitch at-bat.
So it's Fabio Peralta to come to the plate with 1 on and 2 out, bottom of the 2nd, 1-1 game. Peralta, one of the more consistent ball players at the University of Miami, a .254 batting average with the Commodores entering tonight's game. First pitch, check swing, and a high changeup. Brendan Murphy says no swing, and it's a ball and no strikes. For Peralta, combined 3 homers, 32 RBIs, and 78 hits across 110 games at the University of Miami in the last 2 seasons. Takes the breaking ball high, 2-0. Bennett set from the left side of the rubber, glove at the belt, and he'll check over at first once again on Carl Schmidt.
Bennett just trying to get himself into a groove because he can't find the strike zone like he normally does.
Remain away from the field of play at the warning track. Thank you.
Next offering fouled off. The 2-0 from Bennett. 2 balls and a strike now on Peralta. Peralta sporting a .353 on-base percentage with the Commodores. We mentioned last night for Fabio, the 2-run double and the walk. A single here in the bottom of the 1st today. 2-1 with 2 out. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And a delayed steal from Schmidt. Throw down, tag applied in time from Schaff. It's a 2-6. And the inning is over as Schmidt gets caught stealing. We'll take a look at that. As Blake Schaff applied the tag, Brendan Murphy, our third base umpire, with the out call.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that decision on the delayed steal. It's something that you can do, and it sometimes catches teams off guard. But you can see right when the ball was already in the catcher's mitt, that's when Schmidt decides to go. And it didn't have to be a perfect throw by Costello to get Schmidt at second.
And that's exactly what happened. 1-1 after 2. We'll be back in a moment on Cape League TV.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. A breaking ball inside, and now a fastball inside that clips the jersey of the right-handed hitting Luke Costello. He's aboard for the first time today on a hit batsman from Ramos to begin the third.
Well, a tough way to start the top of the third from Ramos with hit by pitch. That's his second hit batsman today. Something to keep an eye out for. No, it's weird. I feel like the Falmouth pitchers have had some struggles with hitting a lot of batters.
Yeah, it certainly happened at a frequent clip. Tim, I believe 4 on Wednesday night against the YD Red Sox in an eventual 8-1 defeat. 1 on with nobody out, top of the third, righty on righty matchup. Fastball strays inside to the righty hitting DH, Mark Quattrani. It's 1-0. Quattrani struck out his first trip to the plate. 179 hitter so far with the Bourne Braves this summer. 15 homers and 66 RBIs with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish this spring. Ramos working from the middle of the rubber, winds and fires a 1-0. It's hit on the ground foul, wide of first, or third, check that, a mid-side fastball.
You know, I couldn't tell that the bat was broken. When you look at it, it looks fine. But it must have just chipped a little bit.
I heard a little bit of a sound. Ramos up to 94 miles an hour today. Can certainly get some firewood. Even on a warm day, Tim, that can't be the most comfortable feeling.
Oh, no.
But luckily, plenty of extra pieces of lumber over in the Bourne dugout. So Quattrani will get a new stick and away to 1-1. Runner on, nobody out. Top of the third, 1-1 game between the Braves and Commodores. Second matchup of the season. Commodores will see Bourne once again here at Gov Fuller Field in the second of 3 home matchups versus Bourne on Saturday night. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball at the knees, 1-2. Ramos fires. And on the ground, left side through the 5-6 hole into left for a base hit. The grass will slow it down. Split between Woodson and Jeffries. And a single with nobody out. 2 runners on now for the Braves in the top of the third with nobody out.
A lot of runners just reaching in these singles and walks and hit by pitches. Again, it's not hard contact. Ramos is preventing that, which is a very good sign. So he's just got to figure out how to get these into outs.
Third consecutive inning to open up the ball game with at least a hit for the Braves. 2 off the bat of the leadoff man, Blake Schaff. Now Quattrani's aboard off of first to look to see if Garrett Michelle opts to bunt here. 2 on, nobody out in a 1-1 game. Ramos deals the fastball high and away. Michelle takes. It's a ball and no strikes. Fastball light, 2 balls and no strikes. Go all the way back to 4 summers ago. That's when Garrett Michelle began his notable summer and collegiate baseball trek. 4 homers and 32 RBIs, a .331 batting average in 39 games with the PGCBL Saugerty Stallions. And 3 years at Virginia Tech, played for Bourne for 2 summers before this and a year at Arizona State. Launches a fastball away. 3-0. Ramos in danger of walking to have the bases loaded. From Ramos, outside for ball 4. 4th walk of the ball game already issued across 2+ innings of work for Ramos, and the bases are juiced for Bourne with nobody out.
Well, we've seen the bases juiced now 3 innings in a row. So Paul Evans actually is coming out here to check up on Ramos. No outs in the third. Just needs him to settle in a little bit and get a little bit more in the strike zone.
And if there's a guy to lead the Commodores pitching staff to a level of consistency, it would be Paul Evans. In 33 of 34 years as a coach, pitching coach at Missouri State with the Bears, there's at least been 1 player drafted to Major League Baseball. 67 have signed professional contracts, and 14 have played a game in Major League Baseball, including Russ Detweiler, longtime left-hander for the Washington Nationals.
He has quite the pedigree, and he's a guy that Falmouth is very grateful to have on their roster, especially for all these young guys, to hear the perspective from him, who's been around college baseball players for so long.
Bases loaded, nobody out. It's Matt Bolton, the center fielder, to dig in. Fastball pops off the glove of Brooks. Doesn't trickle too far away from the plate. It's 1-0. Matt Bolton struck out to lead off the top of the second his last trip to the plate against Sachem Ramos. Good power numbers across 2 years in college for Bolton. 13 homers, 77 RBIs. Dribbles one on the ground to second. It's a high hop for Konis. He'll feed Woodson one. On to first, not in time. It's a fielder's choice, 4-6, and RBI. Runners on the corners with one out. As coming in to score is Costello.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that the ground ball bounced up a little bit much on the second baseman Konis, because that meant that they couldn't quite turn the double play in time. And even though the throw was slightly off of first by Woodson, I'm not sure it would have gotten Bolton running past first base.
So 2-1 lead for Bourne. Runners on the corners with one out in the top of the third. Ramos deals with the righty hitting John Stutzer, who squares to bunt, draws it back, and takes an inside corner breaking ball for a called strike. Stutzer didn't think so, but it's 0-1. Caniel Rosado, the southpaw from Central Florida, gets hot in the Commodore bullpen. The 0-1 with one out. Squaring a bunt and dropping it foul. Now Stutzer can't bunt. It's 0-2.
Well, he could still bunt, but it would be very risky, of course, with 2 strikes.
This time D. Gordon went to bunt with 2 strikes, drew it back. Took it for strike 3, and he's like, oh, wait. It was 2 strikes, not 1. Can't be doing that. But we loved watching the speed of D. Gordon when he was playing in the big leagues with the Marlins and Dodgers. One of the many fun mid-2010s players. 0-2 from Ramos with one out. Breaking ball inside corner, called strike 3. Stutzer retired via the backwards K. 3rd strikeout in as many innings for Sachem Ramos, and there's 2 gone.
And this is a pitch that was located so well. I mean, excellent job to locate it in the right spot by Ramos.
So it's John Cooper Williams with 2 outs and runners on the corners. 2-1 lead for the Braves here in the top of the 3rd. Ramos step and throw back to first. In the bottom of the inning, it'll be the 2-3-4 for Falmouth to come up against Brendan Bennett. Ramos delivers, squaring a bunt and drawing it back. Moot point because taking a fastball high is Cooper Williams. It's 1-0. Ramos delivers, swing and a miss. Knee-high breaking ball, and it's a ball and a strike.
To get out of a bases-loaded jam once again with just 1 run would be fantastic stuff from Ramos.
Pitching in and out of trouble so far today. 1-1 fastball away. Brooks fires down to second base. They got him caught in a rundown. Coming to the plate. Tagged out, though, before the run came in to score. It'll go as a 2-6 to nab Bolton attempting to reach second. So Cooper Williams will get another life in the top of the 4th inning. Check that. But in the meantime, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base, as it's 2-1 Bourne, 2.5 innings through. It's been an exciting back and forth game, Tim, to say the least so far.
And that play right there was executed so well by Falmouth. I mean, you see these first and third plays not work often, but this time it was perfect by Brooks. And the cutoff by the shortstop, Woodson, was fantastic to get him.
An incredibly strong throw from Dallas Brooks without hesitation.
He's made a lot of good throws like that.
Oh, yeah. Strong arm from behind the plate. It's going to provide a fresh breath of air for his starting pitcher in Sachem Ramos. Let's throw it down to the 3rd member of our team, and Andrew Hillsman. Andrew, what you got?
far this year to just keeping the vibes loose in the bullpen. And he's got guys that can learn things from everybody else in the unit. New pitch types, new pitch grips. Guys from all over the country have certain skill sets, and everybody gets better working with each other in the Bourne bullpen. And they have the best batting average against and the best ERA in the West Division. Guys, back to you.
As we take a look at some of those Bourne pitching staff numbers, very impressive this season. Third lowest ERA. They've allowed the least amount of hits, second least amount of runs, Tim. Had quite the impact so far, but that's what's to be expected for the West and reigning Cape League Division champions in the Bourne Braves.
Yeah, and another thing that has happened all season for the Bourne Braves is because you have good pitching, and, it sometimes can lead to some close games. 3 ties, the only team in the Cape with that. 2 walk-offs, one yesterday against Wareham. That was a crazy game. Huge for Bourne to be in this position where they're still in first place.
Yeah, the 3 ties. Definitely the obscurity when you'd imagine a 7-8-3 team being tied atop the West Division for first place. But that's where we stand. Fabio Peralta squares to bunt to lead off the bottom of the third, and as he pops it foul up against the netting behind home plate, it's 0-1.
Now in the game at catcher for the Braves from Coastal Carolina, number 10, Bryce Eastep.
It's Bryce Eastep now behind the plate in place of Costello. Not entirely sure what that was about, Tim, but we'll just get confirmation later on that. For now, it's Eastep in the game, and a 0-1 offering on the way to Fabio Peralta. Breaking ball rolled on the ground to first. Taking it to the bag is Michelle, and there's 1 gone in the bottom of the third inning. So here comes Ryder Woodson. Lefty on righty matchup, bases empty, 1 out, home half of the third with the Commodores trailing by a run. So Bryce Eastep will go right into that number 3 spot in place of Andrew Costello. Be the 9-1-2 in the Bourne order in the top of the 4th inning once we get there. For now, the Commodores will look to rally. It's Woodson in against the lefty Bennett with 1 out. He fouls the fastball back to the screen at 92. It's 0-1.
I wonder why Costello was taken out of the game. A little bit random.
Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. Took life off it. Change up at the knees at 86, 0-2. Woodson struck out his first trip to the plate, swinging. He's 1 of 2 strikeout victims on the day. For Brendan Bennett, across 2 1/3 innings of work. 0-2 with 1 out. Fastball high and away. The Commodores, they're undefeated at home against West Division opponents. A victory against the Wareham Gatemen on Father's Day. And then a victory here Friday night, 14-11. The highest run-scoring affair for the Commodores this season to move to 2-0 at home against West Division opponents. 1-2 with 1 out. Breaking ball high.
I think the crazier thing is that they've only played 2 games at home against a West Division opponent. And that's so weird at this point in the season when tomorrow is the halfway point, or I guess on Tuesday, because the Commodores have off tomorrow.
Out of 10 games, Tim, only the 3rd at home. 7 of the final 20 at home against a West Division opponent. This has popped up behind second base, making the play is Rigdon for the 2nd out. So 2 quick outs with the bases empty in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 lead for Bourne, and Braden Jeffries will come to the plate.
Number 6, Braden.
Left-handed hitting third baseman. Made his debut against the Harwich Mariners in a 12-3 defeat this past Tuesday night. For Jeffries, he's at .333 on the season with an .807 OPS in his tenure as a Commodore. Awaits the first offering, lefty off and lefty. Bennett fires in a breaking ball for a called strike. For the Commodores, they've won 2 in a row. That's the longest winning streak right now in the West Division. And for that matter, the longest winning streak in all of Cape Cod. Katuitt sputtering with the worst losing streak. They've lost 5 in a row. This one bounced to third. On one hop, it's Williams across the diamond, and the Commodores go quietly here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. Let's move to the fourth, 2-1 Bourne, here on Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
Here in Falmouth, Massachusetts on this Sunday evening. The Bourne Braves and the Falmouth Commodores, a 2-1 lead for the visitors as we enter the top of the fourth inning. Alongside Timmy Weiss and the third member of our crew, I'm Andrew Hilsman. Alongside our producers, Landon Stills and Skylar Ellis, our broadcast director, Emily Gerard. Top of the fourth, 2-1 lead for the Braves. Sachem Ramos back out as he fires first pitch. Grounded to the shortstop in Ryder Woodson. Throw across the diamond in time, just in time to nab the hustling John Cooper Williams for the first out.
And a quick inning here would really help Ramos get into a better groove, because every inning so far he's gotten into that bases loaded jam, and he's done fantastic with dealing with those situations, which is a big credit to him of staying locked in those moments when things could have gotten away from him. But now you want to have a quick inning.
2 runs in for Bourne. Back to the top of the batting order. It's Blake Schaff, and he lines it into right field for his third base hit of the game. So how about that? The shortstop from Wake Forest continues to remain hot. He must have heard me say that he has the lowest batting average of any of the top 4 Bourne Braves in tonight's lineup, Tim.
Maybe he did. But yeah, 3 singles today.
75% of the hits coming off the bat of Schaff. So it's a righty on lefty matchup. 1 on and 1 out, top of the fourth. Commodores trail by 1. Ramos working from the left side of the rubber, winds and fires, and a high chopper to first. Riley Jackson is only plays at first. An underhand flip to Ramos, covering the bag nicely in time for out number 2.
This is a really nice adjustment by Riley Jackson, because he quickly noticed that Schaff was too far ahead going down the line to second. And he has to spin around and have the composure to still get the throw over to first in time, and Ramos was there, so credit to him as well.
So 1 on and 2 out. It's Blake Schaff off of second base. Righty on righty matchup. It's Bryce Estep to come to the plate. Fastball high. Estep tinks, a ball and no strikes. Estep serving as the backup catcher this summer for the Bourne Braves. Still unsure why Andrew Costello was taken out of the game, but we'll find out later. In 8 games this season, he steps batting 120. He takes the next pitch low, 2-0. 3 hits, a homer, 2 RBIs in 25 at-bats for the Braves. Two-0 with 2 out. Ramos steals the breaking ball low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Sachem in the ball game, 65 pitches, 30 balls, 35 strikes. A deep breath from Sachem into his wine, home with the 3-0 fastball. Top of the zone at the letters for a called strike.
3-1 with 2 outs. Breaking ball, called strike 2. This is the resolve you were talking about, Tim. Down 3-0 in the count. Gets back to a full count.
And again, with a runner in scoring position, this is where he is finding his rhythm.
Ramos from left side of the rubber taking off for third is Schaff on a low breaking ball, and he coasts into third easily. Doesn't matter, though, because it's ball 4. As for Ramos, he's already issued 5 walks in 3 2/3. Just like that, runners on the corners with 2 out in the top of the 4th.
It's a really heads-up play by Schaff to go to third base here. He recognized that the Commodores weren't quite ready for it and got an excellent jump. No one was ready to hold him on, and even Jeffries at third wasn't quite prepared for that steal.
First pitch fastball, swing at a foul back from Luke Costello, the right fielder. Got plunked to lead off the top of the 3rd. Nothing in 1 count with 2 outs, runners on the corners for Bourne, and a 2-1 lead for the visitors over the Commodores in the second matchup of 5 on the season between both West Division rivals. 0-1 with 2 outs. Ramos out of the slide step, delivers off-speed pitch low. On 1, breaking ball, called strike. Got plenty of the plate, 1 and 2. So a key opportunity here for Ramos to escape the 4th unscathed. Runners on the corners with 2 out. Ramos winds and fires the 1-2, and a fastball jam shot popped up behind second base. Ty Konis has got it, and that ends the top of the 4th inning. For Bourne, no runs and a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base, 3.5 through. It's 2-1 Braves here on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Welcome back to Gov Fuller Field for the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's take a look at the latest storylines across Cape Cod. Get out the brooms, Commodores. 2 consecutive wins against their arch-rival Katuitt Kettleers. Hyannis Harbor Hawks, how about that? Toppled YD last night, 9-2. And fireworks at Doran Park. Rustin Rigdon propelled the Braves to a 4-3 comeback victory, a walk-off at the hands of the Wareham Gatemen last night.
A lot of changes happening on Cape Cod. Hyannis at one point was very close to the bottom spot in the West, and now all of a sudden is just 1 point back of these 2 teams. So it's crazy how things can change so quickly in a week, week and a half.
Hyannis 4-1 in their last 5 games, began 4-9 in their opening 13. In those 4 victories, included one over the Commodores, 6-2 over at McKeon Park this past Monday night, and the first of 5 meetings between Falmouth and Hyannis. Commodores, after the off day tomorrow, will see these very same Harbor Hawks here at Gov Fuller Field on Tuesday night. Brendan Bennett back out on the mound, bottom of the 4th inning. And it's Ty Konis to lead off, and he takes the fastball inside. It's Konis followed by Slanker and Riley Jackson here in the home half of the 4th inning, with the Commodores trailing by a run. Bennett rocks and fires. Konis, a high pop-up, middle of the diamond, ranging behind second base is Rigdon. Now it's the shortstop, Blake Schaff, who ranges over and makes the play for out number 1. So Konis pops out. 1 out and the base is empty, and up comes Ben Slanker.
Slanker's been very hot recently. He's on a 6-game hitting streak.
Number 41, Ben Slanker.
So not much doing for the Commodores after the bottom of the first inning. Braden Bennett's faced the minimum. Only 7 hitters to come to the plate since the start of the bottom of the second. Fastball away to Slanker, 1-0. Slanker struck out in the bottom of the first inning, swinging. One of 2 strikeout victims on the day so far for Brendan Bennett. Into his wind, Bennett fires, breaking ball, jam shot, popped up, foul behind the plate, 1-1.
Commodores just need one big hit, maybe an extra base hit to get a spark going. Something outside of the walks.
A bit 1-1 to Slanker with 1 out. Breaking ball, chopped foul, 1-2. For Slanker in yesterday's ball game at Katuitt, he reached in 3 of 5 plate appearances. Went 1 for 3, an RBI single in the top of the third. That made it a 3-1 ball game in favor of the Commodores at the time. 1-2 with 1 out. Bennett deals in the breaking ball low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tight West Division, 17 points for Falmouth and Bourne. Hyannis trails by 1 with 16. Katuitt, the 4th place team, 2.5 back of both the Braves and Commodores. 2-2 to Slanker. Fastball outside corner, called strike 3. Ben retired for the 2nd time today. And the 3rd strikeout of the game for Bennett. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, again, though, the Commodores have done a better job of avoiding strikeouts. 3 today, it's much less than they've averaged throughout the season.
Here's Riley Jackson. He popped up to the shortstop, Blake Schaff, his last time up to conclude the bottom of the 1st. Falmouth did have the bases loaded with a 1-0 lead, but they strained at the bags juiced and an opportunity to score more. 4 left on base today so far for the Commodores across 3 2/3. Jackson takes the fastball high at 93 from Bennett, 1-0. Jackson at .265 on the season, as Tim mentioned, batting at a higher average than any Commodore in the last 3 games at .364. Fastball high again. Riley Jackson, he played this past season at the University of Houston, 9 homers and 29 RBIs, .271 batting average. Breaking ball inside corner, 2-1. Following a 6-homer, 17 RBI campaign in 2025, in which he was Houston's catcher, leading catcher, or starter at the catching position, should I say, in 39 games. 2-1 with 2 out, fastball high and away.
Well, I think that's why it's a bit surprising he hasn't gotten his first bomb yet this season. I really do think it's only a matter of time for Jackson before he gets a hold of one.
15 homers and 46 RBIs in Jackson's last 107 collegiate games between Florida State, University of Houston, Commodores, and the Mankato Moondogs of the Northwoods League. 3-1 inside. Jackson's working quality at bats. He draws another walk.
Now batting for the Commodores, the catcher from Central Florida, number 20, Dallas Brooks.
So it's Dallas Brooks to come to the plate. 1 on and 2 out, bottom of the 4th. 2-1 lead for the Braves. Commodores scored a run in the bottom of the 1st. Bourne tied it in the top of the 2nd, took the lead in the 3rd. First pitch to Brooks, fastball away. Brooks, an attendee at the John Carroll School in Maryland. Played his first collegiate season at Central Florida started in Johnson City in the Appalachian League this summer, where he got a call and said, hey, come on up from Tennessee and play for us. And he had quite the debut, Tim. Walked it off with a 2-run single in the bottom of the 10th inning to defeat the division rival Gatemen 11-10.
That's pretty, really electric. To make your debut, and also so cool to get your call in Tennessee and say, hey, you want to play on Cape Cod? Best college summer league in the country, and certainly made an impact right away.
3 hits in 8 games for Brooks in the Appalachian League before coming on over to Falmouth, in which he's been a staple in Jack Dom's lineup from an offensive standpoint. Strong arm behind the plate as well, but a .389 batting average across his 22 plate appearances. A double, no homers, but 5 RBIs in as many games for Brooks. So waits at 2-0 with 2 out. Fastball just low. Caught plenty of the inside corner, but missed below the knees. 3-0. Rosado continues to get loose in the bullpen for the Commodores. 3-0 with 2 out. Swing and a miss. Fastball middle. Brooks was waiting on it, but he cut through it at 91. Fastball high and away. 2 on with 2 out for the Commodores. Second walk in the inning issued by Brendan Bennett, and his 5th walk of the ball game.
It's really impressive, the sudden change in the last couple of games that the Commodores are doing with these walks.
And can't tell if that's Leaf Bigelow or Scott Landers coming to the mound. Looks like it's Scott Landers as he taps Brendan Bennett and signals a call to the bullpen. 2-1 lead for the Braves. 2 on with 2 out. Commodores knocking on the door in the bottom of the 5th on Cape League TV.
Low mid-90s, right at 93. The receiver, we finally figured out how to make it work.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball. 2 on with 2 out in the bottom of the 4th. A 2-1 lead for the Bourne Braves. Thibodeau pitcher in the ball game. It's the hard-throwing right-hander from the University of Arkansas, Jackson Kircher.
Hey, go from the left-hander and Brendan Bennett over to a right-hander in Kircher, and guy that spent the last season with Arkansas. He's originally from Little Rock as well. Had a 9.28 ERA there with over 10 innings pitched, so didn't pitch all that much with Arkansas, but now getting his chance in the Cape, really established himself as a great pitcher in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
So it's Carl Schmidt to come to the plate. He'll look to rudely greet Jackson Kircher with the tying run off of second base and Riley Jackson. The go-ahead run off of first in Dallas Brooks. The responsibility of the southpaw Bennett, who went 3 2/3 innings of work, gave up 1 hit. 1 run, 1 earned, 6 walks, and 3 strikeouts. I forgot the extra walk because of the base runner that was erased in the home half of the second for the Commodores as Bennett faced the minimum. Breaking ball high, and it's 1-0 to the righty-hitting Schmidt.
I mean, 6 walks through not even 4 innings. That's really crazy to see.
Saw a lot of walks in yesterday's ball game, 14 combined between Falmouth and Cotuit as Schmidt pops up the fastball foul over the inside corner at 94 from Kircher. Kircher set from the right side of the rubber. A peek at second. Fires a breaking ball just on the outer third for a called strike 2. 1-2 count. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 on, 2 out. Commodores trail 2-1. Kircher sets and deals. Fastball just off the plate and low, 2-2. Couple head nods at second for Kircher. Fires off the plate, and Schmidt's worked a full count with 2 out.
Well, if you get the bases loaded here, I mean, there's 2 down. But that would be a really great opportunity for the Commodores. Still looking for that first knock.
Payoff pitch from Kircher with 2 outs. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. That'll do it for the Commodores in the home half of the 4th inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left. Let's send it to the 5th. 2-1 Bourne here on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Welcome back to Commodores baseball at Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field. The 2-1 lead for the Braves as we enter the top of the 5th inning. A new pitcher in the ballgame making his season debut, the southpaw out of Central Florida. It's Caniel Rosado.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of Central Florida guys coming in the game today for the Commodores, and this guy is making his debut with the Doors today, and he's the youngest Commodore on the roster, and over with UCF this season. He went 15 appearances with a 5.68 ERA. Also did a nice job of getting a lot of strikeouts, 18 strikeouts this season with UCF.
He said the youngest active Commodore on the roster, too, by age, Tim. Younger than Jack Durso, 18 years and 315 days old, entering tonight's ball game. Whip a little bit higher, I'm sure, than Rosado would have liked. Decent strikeout numbers. 6.4 per 9. Strikeout to walk ratio just a hair above 1. Go to get some quality work in his summertime here with the Commodores as we move along to the top of the 6th. It's the 5, 6, and 7 in the Bourne order. Quattrani followed by Michelle and Bolton. It's the right-handed hitting Quattrani. 1 for 2 in the ball game, singled his last time up. First pitch from Rosado is popped up into shallow right field. It's going to be a long run for Carl Schmidt over towards the line, and Schmidt makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. So 1 out and the base is empty in the top of the 5th, and here comes Garrett Michelle, the left-handed hitting first baseman.
Now batting for the Braves, the first baseman from Arizona State, number 33, Garrett Michelle.
Rosado working for the left side of the rubber. Tall frame, rocks and delivers. Breaking ball, catches the outside corner, 0-1. Deep breath from Rosado, winds and fires. Check swing, Brendan Murphy says no, down at third, and it's 1-1. Fastball away.
Yeah, sits in low 90s, 91 on that fastball for Rosado.
Final line in the ball game for Sanchim Ramos. 4 innings of work, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. So we've gathered that he's human, because he's putting up some superhuman performances beforehand. But he kept the Commodores in the ball game, as the Commodores only sit here right now in the 5th inning with a 1-run deficit. Called strike on the outside corner on a breaking ball. 2-2 to Michelle.
It was a day where Ramos didn't have his best stuff, but he only gave up 2 runs. So that's all that matters.
2-2, fastball high, and it's a full count. Hey, you'll take that start any day of the week. The Commodores come back to win today, which would be their 9th win of the season. Only 11% of their victories have been decided by the starting pitching. And it was a winner yesterday for Ryan Castillo. He struck out 6 across 5 innings. Payoff pitch with 1 out. Breaking ball high and inside for ball 4. So the walks continue to be a theme in the ball game, Tim. 1 on and 1 out.
A lot of walks between these 2 teams. That's the 5th walk issued by the Falmouth pitching staff.
So here comes the lefty hitting center fielder, Matt Bolton. 0 for 1 in the ball game, grounded into a fielder's choice. 4-6 Conus to Woodson in the top of the 3rd. Rosado a deep breath from the left side of the rubber, 1 on, 1 out. Bolton squares to bunt, draws it back, and takes an outside corner fastball at 90 for a strike. 0-1 with 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors for the Bourne Braves. And for the Commodores, it originally ruled an infield single off the bat of Fabio Peralta in the bottom of the 1st, as if you remember, Austin Maley scrambled, got to the second base bag ahead of Schaff, who was looking to step for the force as a called strike 2 on Bolton. That was originally ruled a hit. Now it's no longer. So 1 run, no hits, 1 error for the Commodores through 4 innings of work. Combined no-hitter going between Bennett and Kircher. 0-2, swing and a miss. Bolton cuts through the breaking ball over the outer 3rd. He's down for the 2nd out.
And this is really well-located pitch at the bottom of the zone. Great job by Rosado.
So it's John Stutzer. 0 for 1 in the ball game, reached base on a walk in the top of the 2nd, struck out looking in the top of the 3rd. Lefty on righty matchup with 1 on and 2 out. Top of the 5th, Bourne leads 2-1. Rosado from the left side of the rubber fires. Fastball just off the outside corner. Stutzer takes, it's a ball and no strikes. Rosado looking to complete a scoreless inning of work in his Commodores debut. Change-up, swing and a miss. He had Stutzer out in front of it. Deep breath from Rosado. Glove at the belt. Winds and fires. Breaking ball inside. 2-1 with 2 out. Fouled back, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rosado will walk in the inning. His lone base runner, it's Michelle, with a 12-foot lead off of first. Rosado winds in, fires. Breaking ball just misses at the letters. And it's a full count with 2 out.
And a huge spot for Rosado to get his outing started the right way. Get out of an inning quick. Your debut with the Commodores.
Payoff pitch. Lined into center field. It hangs up for Fabio Peralta in a scoreless top of the 5th inning in his Commodores debut for Caniel Rosado. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. Halfway home, 2-1 Braves. Timmy Weiss will have you on the other side of the break on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Introducing Open Cape.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
We welcome you back to Gov Fuller Field. Timmy Weiss alongside Farrell Hudson, and the Commodores down 2-1 to the Bourne Braves. But we take a look at the Falmouth offense over the last 2 games. 24 runs scored. They've been absolutely killing it offensively recently.
22 hits, 2 homers, 17 walks, firing on all cylinders. A little bit of the Fenway fever. It was hot on Scout Day on Thursday morning at Fenway Park. It was a baker out there, but I'm sure the Commodores gladly enjoyed it.
To lead off the inning, it's the top of the order in Austin Maley, and it's a first pitch strike. You know, Anthony Diaz actually hit one into the monster at Fenway, so possibly that was something that sparked the team offensively, but still looking for their first hit today against the Braves. Fouled back by Maley, and he's in an 0-2 hole.
That's when you know you got good Oppo power. Oppo Taco on top of the monster.
It's impressive. You know, we were wondering, how far could you get it in Fenway Park? I said maybe 250.
Oof.
I don't know. You played high school baseball, so maybe you get more.
How far could we hit it?
Could we hit it? Fouled back by Maley.
Yeah, nothing like those guys could.
Yeah, well, that's for sure.
As we shouldn't either.
There's a reason they are on the Cape to play baseball. Austin Maley, a fantastic season so far. And it's in there for strike 3 to get him looking. First batter of the top of the 5th goes down for the Doors.
Millions of fans and only 9 players on the field on a given night, and it's because of pitches like that right there. Beautiful knee-buckling breaking ball. I shouldn't say knee-buckler. That was more letter high, but you get the gist of the way Jackson Kircher can throw that baseball. 83-mile-an-hour breaking ball outside corner. Absolutely froze Maley.
Really just caught the outside part of the plate. Fabio Peralta steps up. It's low, and it's 1-0. Peralta, who's been on a hot streak with the Doors. 5-game hitting streak. In there for strike one. Still looking for that first knock today. He did reach back in the first on a fielder's choice. That was when the Commodores started the game with getting the first 2 runners on and had their only run when Austin Maley crossed. Peralta still looking for that first home run of the season. With Miami this past spring, he had 1 all season. 1-2 is high. Peralta grew up in Havana, Cuba, and moved to Miami when he was 8 years old. And he's lived there ever since. It's chopped up the middle. Schaff has to run onto it. He makes the throw in time. Peralta goes down, and there's 2 down in the top of the 5th.
And Fabio Peralta's bursting speed down the line out of the lefty batter's box made that a lot tougher of a play from Blake Schaff, but some great footwork there from the Braves shortstop as he was able to pitter-patter, slow it down with his glove corralled into the forehand side as we take another look. Look at how fast. By the time that's fielded by Blake Schaff, Fabio Peralta's 2/3 of the way down the first baseline and beat him by half a step.
Schaff had to get all the way to the grass on that. Brings up Ryder Woodson. First pitch inside. Has to take a jump back.
Commodores no hits in the ball game. Last time they had any sort of traffic of note in the bottom of the first.
Woodson 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a pop out. The pitch in there for strike one. It's 1-1. Jackson Kircher entering his 2nd inning of the game. Came in to replace Brendan Bennett. Swing and a miss here by Ryder Woodson. Five strikeouts today by the Commodores, leading the Cape in strikeouts this season. 1-2 is flied out into right field. It sits up comfortably for Costello. He makes the play, and Bourne gets out of it. 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Bourne, or the top of the 5th, top of the 6th, excuse me. Bourne up 2-1 over Falmouth.
Buy tickets from our
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Netting Pros, Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros, Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. It's a close one at Gov Fuller Field, 2-1. Bourne over Falmouth. We enter the top of the 6th. Timmy Weiss alongside Farrell Hudson and Andrew Hilsman down on the sideline. First pitch from Canio Rosado is low to Cooper Williams, the bottom of the order for Bourne.
A strong 5th inning for Rosado when he lived in the strike zone and do soft contact, had a strikeout.
Strike 1 to Williams.
Pitching to one of his battery mates at school in Dallas Brooks as well.
Just as Sachem Ramos, the starting pitcher today for the Commodores. Second UCF pitcher to appear. It's outside and it's 2-1. But for Rosado, he's making his debut today. It was the 5th appearance of the season for Ramos. So he went 4 innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 earned runs. Swing and a miss by Williams. It's 2-2. The 2-2 is lined right at the shortstop, Woodson. He grabs it, didn't have to move, and there's 1 down in the top of the 6th.
There's a little bit of a knuckleball. Woodson didn't want to go anywhere. You saw that play a couple years ago, I think in Seattle, where it was a knuckling line drive that spun the opposite direction of Julio Rodriguez, and he had to recalibrate to his backhand side. So Woodson, a very composed shortstop, easily watches it land in his glove there. And Rosado working with quick efficiency, Tim.
Well, the funny thing about that is if it bounces on the dirt, you never know how that ball could bounce. So it is nice that it ended up going in the air to him. It was blooped a little bit off the bat of Williams. So 1 down in the top of the 6th. Rosado deals. It's grounded very softly at Jeffries. He charges on. The throw is not in time. So Bourne has their first runner on in the top of the 6th.
How about Blake Schaff? Can you just intentionally walk him at this point? Well, I guess that'll do no better because he's reached first every single time today. So you're just putting him back on first. 4 for 4 day, 4 singles for Blake Schaff.
4 singles, and Bourne, as a team, has 5 hits.
80% of the offense.
80% of the hits. But the real way that Bourne has gotten it going is the walks, with 5 walks. Combination of Schaff and the walks as it's flied out towards the first baseman, Jackson. Camps under it and gets it. So there's 2 down. That was Rustin Rigdon retired.
And first pitch at-bats, or first pitch outs of at-bats, especially for relief pitchers, are like medicine for a staff. This has to please Paul Evans, as he always keeps a pitching log. How many pitches, balls, strikes thrown, what part of the zone, and the efficiency at which Rosado's working at right now. Impressive through the opening inning and 2/3.
5 outs and 7 batters faced so far for Rosado. Looking really solid in his debut. The runner is going towards second. The throw on is not in time, so it's a stolen base for Blake Schaff. The leadoff hitter is into scoring position for the Bourne Braves.
Nonetheless, an impressive throw. A dot right there from Dallas Brooks to the forehand second base side of the bag. That is perfectly executed right on a platter for Ryder Woodson to apply the tag, but Schaff's speed blazing.
So Bryce Edstep stands in, he cuts and misses. Edstep has pinch hit for Andrew Costello, who was in earlier in the game. But his one at bat, he walked back in the 4th. The 1-1 is hit hard into left field, and it's run on, but dropped in left field by Slanker. So a run comes in to score. Schaff crosses home plate comfortably. Bourne takes a 3-1 lead after it somehow dropped out of the glove of Slanker. I thought he had it.
I thought so too. It's tough because right now in the twilight hour, Tim, you can maybe get that ball lost in the lights. Not to imply that's what happened there for Ben Slanker, but I also think, too, it was one of those sinking line drives where as an in-betweener, he was trying to make a basket catch, but I don't think Slanker thought he had that much time when in reality he had a lot more time to get to it. He got a glove on it, but unfortunately couldn't come up with the play.
Luke Costello comes up to the plate. First pitch is outside, and it's 1-0. So we'll see what they end up scoring that play. and calling it a single, so clearly a tough play for Ben Slanker. And that stolen base by Schaff ended up being very effective as it runs inside on Costello. Because if he's not at second base, he's not scoring on that.
That's 2 hits in an inning. 6 hits in the ball game and as many innings for Bourne.
In there for strike 1 to Costello. Luke, the brother of Andrew, the two have been dominant for Bourne this season and dominant on all of the Cape. Costello has 9 doubles on the season, which is 4 more than any player on the Cape. It's outside and it's 3-1. It's actually more doubles than any Bourne player had all of last season. About to hit the halfway point on Tuesday. Check swing, and he went.
Can't
So
believe
it's full
we're
count.
already saying that, Tim. Halfway point in the Cape Cod League season.
It's flying by.
These games go too quick.
Game number 19 today. Falmouth and Bourne both in first place of the West Division. And it's high, so it's ball 4 to Luke Costello. The inning continues. Falmouth trying to get out of a jam.
You got a tough customer to deal with right now, and Mark Quattrani, 2 runners on. We mentioned he thrives off the RBI, 66 of them this year in college.
Quattrani, a guy that had a phenomenal season with Notre Dame. Transferred over from Cornell the year before.
11 homers and 43 RBIs in the Ivy League at Cornell. Played for a long time.
Mound visit. Jack Dahm is seemingly coming out of his dugout, so it seems like that's going to be the end of the day for Caniel Rosado. Runners on first and second for Bourne in the top of the 6th. 3-1 Bourne. We'll take a quick step aside on Cape League TV. We'll be right back. We're back at Gov Fuller Field, and the Commodores in a sticky situation. Bourne up 3-1. It's the middle of the top of the 6th. 2 down, and there is a new pitcher on the mound for Falmouth.
And it's the right-hander Colby Putnam out of Gardner-Webb in the Big South Conference. A 5-2 record this year, 58 1/3 innings of work, 24 walks, 40 strikeouts, whip at 1.4. And you're right, a tough situation to come into. Down 2 runs, you want to keep it a close ball game, 2 on with 2 out, but you're also just a pitch away, Tim, from getting out of the inning.
The day is done for the debut of Caniel Rosado. Went 1 2/3 with 2 hits, 1 earned run. You know, I thought he'd stay in a little bit longer, but Jack Dom deciding to take him out and bring in another debutant in Colby Putnam. Rising sophomore at Gardner-Webb, a small school in D1. First pitch to Quattrani is a strike.
Yeah, the first non-UCF pitcher we've had today. First non-UCF battery member we've had today for the Commodores, Tim.
All 3 of the UCF players on the Commodores. Dallas Brooks is the other one, other than the 2 pitchers who have gone today. Throwback to second to check on Bryce Istep. Costello is on first. He reached on a walk. Back-to-back runners have reached for Bourne. The 0-1 to Quattrani. Outside. Putnam, a young guy going into his sophomore season at Gardner-Webb. But he was phenomenal there with the second best ERA on the team as a freshman. It's outside to Quattrani. 2-1. That 4.94 ERA was the best of any underclassman on Gardner-Webb. It's blooped and into the gap. It gets through. Istep is rounding. He gets to home plate comfortably. And Bourne takes a 4-1 lead in the top of the 6th. The runs starting to pour on.
And this is tough because they've all come with 2 outs. You've had an RBI single, then a walk, and another RBI single from the heart of this Bourne order. But that's what they'll do to you eventually. They'll remain close in ball games, get a couple guys on, and hit with runners in scoring position. Yes, they've stranded a lot on base tonight. 9 so far through the opening 5 innings, but they're making the most of their opportunities here in the 6th.
Putnam trying to get out of it with no more damage done. First pitch is low to Garrett Michelle. 3 straight base runners have reached for Bourne. 4 have reached this inning. And 2 runs have come across the plate. In the dirt, just below, or just above the dirt by Putnam. Bourne with just 7 hits on the day. And it's inside. All of a sudden, Putnam has fallen behind 3-0 to the number 6 hitter, Garrett Michelle.
Michelle already 2 walks in the ball game.
The pitch is high, so another walk for the Commodores pitching staff. Garrett Michelle is the newest victim. He takes his base, and it's bases loaded. There's still 2 outs in this inning. That's been the case for the last 4 batters.
Now you have Matt Bolton coming to the plate, who is an RBI opportunist to go along this season with his .313 batting average as a member of the Bourne Braves. 44 RBIs with the Bearcats.
First pitch to Bolton is flied out into center field. Peralta going back. He falls over, but gets back up to make the play. Ooh, a scary play in center field, but Peralta adjusted. And finally, the Commodores are out of the top of the 6th. Bourne up 4-1 over the Commodores as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, president of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
We are back here at Gov Fuller Field. It's a close one that is getting a little bit out of hand for the Doors. 4-1 Braves over Falmouth. We'll take a look at the scores that are around Cape Cod. Farrell, what do you got?
At the end of 8 innings in Harwich, 2-2 between the Chatham Anglers and the Harwich Mariners in the East Division. 4-1 Wareham Gateman over the Bourne Bridge at Clem Spillane Field over the Katuitt Kettleers. It's a final at Stony Brook Field over in Brewster, a 6-3 win for the Whitecaps over the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. That helps both the Commodores and Braves, Tim. And then it's a final at Red Wilson Field. What else is new? You think YD won? Of course they did. 4-1 over Orleans.
A classic presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. Here in Falmouth, Massachusetts, Bourne has jumped out to that exact 4-1 advantage over the Doors. Game 19 of the Cape Cod Baseball League season. Demi Weiss and Farrell Hudson taking you through today's game. So glad you could join us on a Sunday night just after the 4th of July. A beautiful weekend on Cape Cod. Braden Jeffries up to the plate. And the first pitch is outside. It's a new pitcher for the Bourne Braves in Edwin Alicia. Alicia actually spent last season with the Brewster Whitecaps, but so far this season with the Braves, he's appeared in 1 game, 3 1/3 innings, and is not allowed a run. It's inside to Jeffries.
Played at the University of South Florida this year. 6-5 win-loss record, 72 innings of work, 60 strikeouts.
Jeffries with the 2-0 count. It's right up the middle. The shortstop charges in. He loses the ball. That was Schaff's glove that it got under. So we'll see how this is scored, because Falmouth still doesn't have a hit today. And that one is debatable whether it was under the glove or if it was a hit.
And it's a base hit, Tim. So the first hit of the ball game for the Commodores.
The no-hitter is done for the Doors in the bottom of the 6th.
And the Commodore dugout goes crazy for it, Tim. You know, we speak it into existence. Remember, Chet Lax on the Mariners had that perfect game going through 2 2/3 back on June 18th, and what was an unfortunate eventual 13-0 loss for the Commodores. But we jinx no-hitters in this broadcast booth.
Brings up Jeffries. Well, there was or rather Codis for the Commodores. There was the situation at Brewster in Game 2 where Falmouth actually had a no-hitter going into the 9th.
We don't speak about that. Oh, we won the game.
Well, Falmouth won. It's chopped softly at Rigdon. He looks off second, throws the first in time for the first out. Or he actually was able to tag Jeffries on the way. So that's a double play for Bourne.
Nice athleticism there displayed by Rigdon at second base. There's really nowhere for Jeffries to run. I guess he could have backpedaled. He would have been the lead runner forced out regardless, but overall tough play. 2 quick outs.
So the single is erased for the Doors, and there's 2 down for Ben Slanker. Commodores just can't catch a break so far in this game. 1-0 to Slanker from Alicia, and it gets behind the catcher in Bryce Estep. Slanker, one of 3 players from Ohio on this team. You also have Jimmy Nugent, who is his teammate at Louisville, is fouled back, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, both in the double-digit department in homers this season for the Cardinals. 10 for Ben Slanker, 46 RBIs, 11 for Jimmy Nugent.
You know, Slanker, the one that dropped the play in left field last inning, did not make an error all season with the Cardinals. 2-1 is a nasty pitch by Alicia, and it's cut on and missed by Slanker. That just dropped out of the strike zone.
Yeah, beautiful 12-6 hook. Last second just drops horizontally. Not much vertical, or rather vertically, not much horizontal movement.
Alicia sets himself the 2-2 with 2 down. And that one is in there for strike 3. Wow, that was a tough pitch to read for Slanker. Bourne up 4-1 over Falmouth. We head to the 7th inning on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Introducing Open Cape.
You covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Welcome back to a beautiful night at Gov Fuller Field. The scoreboard in favor of Bourne, 4-1, as we enter the top of the 7th. Timmy Weiss alongside Farrell Hudson. Andrew Hillsman also with us on the sidelines. Colby Putnam into his 2nd inning with his debut with the Commodores. His first task of the top of the 7th. It's a first pitch strike to John Stutzer. Stutzer 0 for 2 today with a walk back in the 2nd inning. His first at-bat. It's outside, and it's 1-1.
The final line in the ball game for Caniel Rosado, an inning and 2/3 for the Commodores southpaw reliever. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
Catches the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-2 on Stutzer.
It's always nice to have an extra lefty in the bullpen, Tim. That should bode well in the coming weeks for the Commodores.
For a large part of the season, there was just 2 on the team. It's fouled back by Stutzer. It was really just Kason Murphy and Jack Durso for a long time. 1-2. Fouled again.
And a nice play made by Jeff Limoncelli over in the third base coach's box, Bourne's hitting coach. He still got it all these years later, was a prospect in the Red Sox organization in my broadcasting alma mater in Elmira, New York.
It's flied out towards the first baseman, Jackson, very high. He has to wait for it and finally makes the play. One down in the top of the 7th.
You got to appreciate the gamesmanship there from John Stutzer. Right in front of the Jackson pop-up. Just coast right by him. Hard around the first base bag.
Could have
make
stopped
those banana
him. He could have
turns.
stopped in front of him and messed around a little bit. You never know what they're going to do.
There was a time A-Rod yelled, "Ha, I got it," on a pop-up, and the ball fell in.
Ultimate shenanigans. Pitch is way outside to Cooper Williams, the 9-hitter for the Bourne Braves. 1-0 is cut on and missed by Williams. Williams 0 for 3 today. 2 ground outs and a line out to the shortstop. Every ball he's hit has been hit at the shortstop, actually, in Woodson. A 4-1 game, Bourne over Falmouth. The Doors trying to spark a comeback. It's hit into the shortstop area, but this time it gets past Woodson. A base hit for Bourne, their first runner of the top of the 7th.
First runner with 1 out, and now you got Blake Schaff coming to the plate, who's 4 for 4, Tim. Can the Commodores finally find a way to get him out? Well, it's his first at-bat against Colby Putnam.
Has half of the hits today for Bourne. In the leadoff spot, Blake Schaff has had one heck of a day. All singles. Scored a run back in the 6th. Stole second base as well. Williams on first. The throw back, and he's in a pickle. It's over to Woodson. Throws it back to Jackson. He tags out the runner in Williams. So Falmouth gets the run down, successfully done.
And it's a 1-3-6-3 put out, Tim. A rarity at that, but a nice rundown, well executed by the Commodores.
A couple times this season we've seen the pickoff moves from the Falmouth pitchers be really excellent. First pitch finally comes into Schaff, and it's low. Now with 2 down, it's the exact spot you want to be. Two 2-0 to Schaff. Falmouth trying to get out of this inning unscathed. And it's low, 3-0. Commodores being a little bit more careful with Blake Schaff.
But this goes along the theme of what Coach Dom was speaking about, Tim, in terms of momentum. Commodores giving away too many free passes like you see there after they get 2 quick outs.
That's been a theme this season, trying to avoid the walks as a pitching staff.
Now batting for the Braves, the second baseman from Vanderbilt, number 23, Rustin Rigdon.
Falmouth has issued 99 walks, which is the second most on Cape Cod. The only team that has issued more is Katuitt, and they issued 14 to Falmouth, or 17 to Falmouth over the last 2 games. Throw back again to Schaff. He stole a base back in the 6th, so you got to keep an eye out for him.
I once knew a coach where as many walks as you had in an outing, I believe it was my JV coach in high school, that's how many pulls you had to run at the end of the game.
Really?
So there would be a lot of pulls, suffice it to say, for Katuitt pitchers if they were under that same tutelage.
Did he make you run to the farther pole in left field or right field?
Oh,
or was they all the same dimensions?
Whole way.
Oh, the whole way?
No shortcuts.
Wow.
Gotta
Throw
get
back
that,
again to first.
Got to get that endurance up.
Yeah.
Especially at a young age. See some pitchers run cross country or play soccer. I know you're a big footy guy, Tim.
Absolutely. 0-1. In there for strike 2. World Cup, of course, going on right now. Norway actually upset Brazil today in the World Cup. Looking forward to a game later today, Mexico and England. 0-2 is not in there, so it's 1-2 to Rustin Rigdon. Reached twice today.
I think the Viking chants might be the single greatest movement in all of sports during the World Cup. Norway's electric.
Cut on and missed. And it's a nice job by Colby Putnam to get out of danger. 4-1 Bourne over Falmouth. We enter the bottom of the 7th at Gov Fuller Field on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Of the 7th in Falmouth, Massachusetts, the sun's setting, and Bourne on top, 4-1 over the Commodores. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you. Andrew Hillsman down on the sideline. Our producing squad doing a phenomenal job tonight, and Landon Skills and Skylar Ellis, and our director, Emily Gerard. It's Riley Jackson leading it off to start the bottom of the 7th. Still facing Edwin Alicia.
Gets late early, Tim. Got to start scoring now.
The lights on at Gov Fuller Field. It's cut backward by Jackson. Jackson 0 for 1 today. He walked back in the 4th, though. Had a really strong performance last time out against Katuitt with 2 hits, 1 of 2 doors to do that. It's flied high over the first baseman's head, Michelle. He has to run for it, and he can't get it. It was both Michelle, Costello, and Rigdon all around it, and it fell in between all 3 of them.
Yeah, because it popped up higher than the lights at first base, so there was no possible way in which any one of the 3 converging in the triangle, Rigdon, Michelle, or Costello, could even see it. But they still got pretty close.
I mean, it might have been the only spot in that area that Jackson could have put it without all 3 of them getting there. It was perfectly in that triangle, the center of the area. 0-2 to Jackson, though. Alicia deals. Looping curveball is outside. We've already seen him get a couple of Commodore hitters out with that exact pitch. Got Slanker looking to end the bottom of the 6th. It's a quick timeout. Home plate umpire Joe Lobdella. One-two count to Jackson. Is flied up in the infield. Rigdon, the second baseman, ranges back. A couple people around him, and he calls for it and makes the play. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th.
And it's tough because Jackson got a steady diet of breaking balls there. That's some intelligent pitching from Edwin Alicia. He just kept on going to the sore spot for Jackson and induces a pop-up.
Bottom of the order trying to get something brewing for Falmouth. It's Dallas Brooks, the rising sophomore at UCF. Looping off-speed pitch is in there for strike 1 from Alicia. Brooks, he's really been working on his directional hitting, working all parts of the field. That's what he said, that's when he feels his best. He's worked on that with the hitting coaches here, and Bo McMillan. The 1-1 is outside. Brooks at UCF this year. He's one of 4 19-year-olds to play in games this year. Young stud stepping onto the Cape this summer. 2-1 and goes through the legs, but straight at the shortstop. Schaff has a play at first and gets him.
And
2
Schaff,
down.
so elusive and versatile on his feet that took a bit of a bad hop, and with his footwork, he's able to just corral it kind of shoestring style into his glove on the forehand side and make the easy play. He's been handling the turf monsters, spit in the dirt, whatever you call it, all evening long very well.
I'm not sure if Edwin Alicia at pitcher was able to purposely let it go through his legs, but it was an extremely smart decision.
Little nutmeg, 5-hole action.
Well, we were just talking about the World Cup.
Yep.
He's got the footy skills out there. Carl Schmidt, the 9-hitter, steps in. First pitch strike.
Commodores have gone down in order 1, 2, 3, 3 times in this game. 3 innings, rather twice in this game, but 3 innings in which Bourne pitching has faced the minimum.
Just 1 hit today. That came last inning. And it was a very close to not a hit because Schaff at shortstop nearly got his glove on that and could have gotten Jeffries out at first, but he missed it. Was called a hit. Not an easy play.
Till this time, it's hard to do anything with 1 hit. Commodores will search for it, though. Top of the order up after this.
0-2 to Schmidt. Is cut on and missed. Falmouth goes down 1-2-3 in the 7th. We head to the 8th. It's 4-1 Bourne over Falmouth on Cape League TV.
All right, fans, it's time to announce tonight's 50-50 raffle winners. Starting off with the cash prize, the winning ticket is numbered.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball. I'm Andrew Hillsman up here in the press box. We've relocated, but we'll still tell you the same story from earlier. It was the pitching staff that has had Bourne out to their hot start all this year. And I talked to their pitching coach in his first year, Leith Bigelow. He told me that just keeping the vibes low and keeping the vibes entertaining in the bullpen is the key to their success. There's a lot of guys that can just learn from other guys across in pitch grips and pitch styles, pitch grips, different sorts of pitches. And it's worked. Bourne has the lowest ERA in the West Division, and they're holding Falmouth to just 1 hit thus far.
So much, Andrew. Bourne up 4-1 in the top of the 8th. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you. It's a tough spot for Falmouth, trying to come back from a 3-run deficit. It's Bryce Istep at the plate right now, and it's still the right-handed pitcher, Colby Putnam, on the mound.
And with the middle third of the order up right now for Bourne, I like the way Putnam's attacking. It's the knees and below. You need ground balls right now, quick pitches, get out of the inning, especially for the top of the order in the bottom half for Falmouth.
1-2 is a ball. So it's 2-2 to Istep, the pinch hitter, back in the 4th, and he's reached twice, walked in the 4th, and had a single in the 6th and scored the 2-2. It's a check swing he offered, so a strikeout from Putnam to start the top of the 8th, and there's one down.
Nice pitch. He had him guessing there. Went changeup low in the zone, then a high fastball, and then a breaking ball over the outside corner. The Arsenal located in 3 different parts of the strike zone. Nice pitching there from Putnam for the first out.
Putnam was 3rd on Gardner-Webb in strikeouts this past spring. Brings up Costello. First pitch, strike 1. Costello has reached twice today, was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and scored a run, and then also walked back in the 6th. In there for strike 2, nailing that outside part of the plate.
It's a nice job from Dallas Brooks all night stealing that outside corner. He was set up more middle in right there. Nonetheless, he sells it to the plate umpire, Joe Labella.
0-2 is fouled away.
That caught plenty of plate, though. There's no real need to sell it. Great game called behind the plate, too, from Joe Labella tonight.
The 0-2 is cut on and missed. It's back-to-back strikeouts here for Putnam.
And he went back to that sweeping slider for the outside corner that's worked to perfection.
That's actually 3 straight strikeouts going back to the 7th inning, where Putnam struck out Ribden to end that inning. First pitch to Quadrani in there for strike 1. He was unhappy about it.
I guess Quadrani must have felt that was a little bit low, because it looked like, again, it caught plenty of plate on the corner.
Pitch is grounded at the 3rd baseman. Jeffries charges in and makes the play. A nice 1-2-3 inning from Putnam. And Bourne is still up 4-1, but we enter the bottom of the 8th on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Falmouth down 4-1 to Bourne in the bottom of the 8th. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you. And we have had quite the development just happen. Braden Jeffries in the 6th had the only hit of the day for the Commodores. And that hit has just been erased.
Yep.
And now it was ruled an error instead, which means that the Commodores have no hits today. The bottom of the 8th. So it's the top of the order.
So we
for
found out the last
Commodores.
time there was a no-hitter, June 22nd of 2015, from Devin Smeltzer. We can hear it back in our production truck here. Wow, Devin Smeltzer, the Dodger and Twin.
2015.
Yeah, 11 years ago. How about that? Devin Smeltzer, that's a blast from the past.
The 0-1 to Maley cuts, and it's fouled back. It's 0-2. Well, this is exactly who you want up. Coming into today, Maley had the 4th highest average in the West Division. Now, funny enough, every player above him is on Bourne. But he also has the 3rd highest on-base percentage in the West Division, and it gets him ringing. Alicia's got him. Falmouth is down to its last 5 outs.
Yeah, and that's very uncharacteristic of Austin Maley. His second strikeout looking on the day, but gets frozen that beautiful backhanded hook.
Brings up Fabio Peralta. One 1-0 to Peralta is low, and it's 2-0. Strikeouts have been starting to pile up more towards the later innings. Strikeout the last 5 innings now for the Doors. It's grounded at the second baseman, Rigdon. Throws on to first, and he gets it. Now down to 4 more outs in the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 Bourne over Falmouth.
More news on that no-hitter. So June 20th of 2015, Devin Smeltzer with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. It was against Harwich. Interesting. Rather, he's in the Dodgers organization, drafted by them, played 4 seasons in Minnesota, 1 with the Marlins.
Brings up Ryder Woodson. 0 for 3 today. Goes for a bunt. Trying to get something going in it. He can't get it down. You know, the funny thing about this, too, is we remember the Falmouth dugout cheering so loud after that hit by Jeffries got through.
And currently it's still a hit, it says up on the scoreboard. We've been told officially by a scorer in the press box there are no hits, but I think Falmouth would probably still believe there to be a hit right now.
Right. So. That's a good point. We're told the scoreboard is having, it's hard to clear hits off of it. That's why that is the case. It goes inside and actually hits off the back foot of Woodson. So he reaches base. Still no hits, but Commodores got a runner on first with 2 down in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting for the Commodores, the 3rd baseman from Michigan, number 6, Braden Jeffries.
So the guy that thought he got the only hit of the ball game for the Doors. Braden Jeffries up from the left side. First pitch is foul down the left field line. It was an error on the shortstop, Blake Schaff. Not an easy play, but he still had a lot of time. This is why it was changed into an error. Edwin Alicia still dealing the 0-1. It's cut and missed by Jeffries. Jeffries, who just appeared in his first game last Tuesday, had 2 hits in his first 2 games as a Door. The 0-2 is low in the dirt and stopped by the catcher, Bryce Estep. We'll see if Alicia is the one that ends up closing it out for Bourne. If they can pull this no-hitter off.
Looks like Logan Pecor getting warm in the bullpen for the Commodores.
1-2. He's in there for strike 3. Jeffries goes down. Falmouth goes down in the bottom of the 8th. 4-1. Bourne over Falmouth on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Introducing
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
And we take a look at the upcoming schedule for your Falmouth Commodores. Coming up next, it's an off day on Monday, and then at home against Hyannis. Cotuit again on Wednesday, back at Lowell Park where they were on the 4th of July. It's an off day on Thursday. Then you play Wareham and Bourne at home. Brewster on Sunday, and the week coming up, 4 games before the Cape Cod All-Star break. Hyannis, Bourne, Harwich, and Cotuit to close it out. And then it will hit the All-Star break already. It's hard to believe that we're already seeing that on the graphic, seeing the All-Star game coming up.
A lot of West Division, a lot of Cotuit, a lot of home games. Good time for the Commodores to make up potentially any ground they lost, not implying that on Cotuit as they're tied for first with Bourne tonight. And only a game back at worst should Bourne hold on in this 9th inning. So Commodores right in the thick of things, Tim.
These two teams tied at first place at 17 points. Logan Pecor comes into the game. It's 4-1 Bourne, and a reminder that Bourne still has a no-hitter going. First pitch from Pecor to Michelle is in there for a strike. Pecor actually appeared in the 9th and 10th inning against the Bourne Braves, and the first time these two teams played just over 2 weeks ago at Doran Park. It's outside, and in that one, Pecor gave up the lead in the 9th when Falmouth was up 3-2, but he had an incredible bounce back in the 10th where there is a runner on second to start the inning, and Pecor did not allow a run. It's a tie, 3-3.
And he got the 6-3 unassisted double play to Ty Konis off the bat of John Stutzer, who will face in 2 batters here in the 9th inning. So, hey, for the Commodores, they'll take that point.
Pecor has 4 appearances this season and has the most saves on the Commodores with 2. Only Guerin and Unger have 1. It's cut on and missed by Michelle, and he's at a 2-2 count. Pecor's last appearance against Wareham, it was a loss for the Commodores. Tough 4-2 loss that the Commodores were ahead. So gets away from the catcher Brooks.
Yeah, it looks like it caught a part of Joe Labella.
Yeah. We hope that Joe Labella is all good. He's trying to shake himself off. It's full count here to Michelle in the top of the 9th. 4-1 Bourne over Falmouth. Brooks goes to talk to Pecor for a second. Pecor.
This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited.
Full count to Garrett Michelle, the start, top of the 9th. The payoff pitch is fouled. A nice at-bat being put up by Garrett Michelle. Already 3 walks today. That makes up 3 of their 8 on the day. Falmouth has 6 of their own. 14 walks between the two teams. The 3-2 is flied out into right center field. Peralta ranges to his left and gets it. 1 down in the top of the 9th.
Good job by Peralta making that look like an easy play, too, Tim. He covered a lot of real estate in that deep right center field gap. Nice piece to the medium pull sign from Garrett Michelle.
That's something you've seen him do multiple times this season. I remember a play yesterday against Catuit. Peralta ranged very far to his right, and his jump was just so fantastic that it made it look very casual. Brings up Matt Bolton from the left side to face Pecor. It's in the dirt and goes just past Brooks. Pecor at Michigan State had a 6.48 ERA in 50 innings pitched. Is tied for 3rd on the Spartans with the most appearances with 23. 1-0 is outside. One thing that Pecor did a nice job of, though, is limiting the walks. Fewest walks of the team of guys with 50-plus innings pitched with the Spartans. Just 14 in 50 innings. 2-0 is flied out, going back Jeffries. A couple of players over, and it's reached for. And it's just not caught by the left fielder, Slanker. I mean, he was running onto that.
You're lucky you didn't collide with any kids who were running for the ball in foul territory there up against the warning track. Slanker with a full head of steam. I don't think he thought he had as much room as he actually did to get to that baseball, especially because the tree being shaded by the light created a bit of a gray area, I guess, so to speak, with the shadow.
It was hard for us to see. Yeah. It's right in that shade area, and the funny thing about that is you get past that gravel path, and that ball is out of play. So it actually might have hit out of play anyways and wouldn't have counted.
I think so.
The 2-1 to Matt Bolton. Pecor deals. It's high. 3-1. Pecor spent his last summer with the Traverse City Pit Spitters in the Northwoods League. He dominated that summer with an ERA under 2, just over 24 innings pitched. 3-1. Is chopped at the first baseman, Jackson. He charges on, taps first base for the out, and there's 2 down.
A good job by Pecor in that at-bat. He throws a pitch that induces a swing on a 2-0 pitch, then 3-1. It's that cut fastball over the outside corner in which he got a lot of weak contact from Matt Bolton. Nice job of pitching sequence from Pecor.
So now his task is John Stutzer. As you mentioned, the guy that grounded into a double play the last time these two teams met in the bottom of the 10th at Doran Park, where the game ended 3-3. First pitch is outside.
He was the only Bourne Brave with 6 at-bats that day, and he was the leadoff hitter.
And a 3-3 game, 6 at-bats. Don't see that often. Pecor sets in, fires. It's cut on and missed. Stutzer is 0 for 2 today. He walked back in the second and scored a run. Pecor stares him down and gets him swinging. So it's a 1-2 count. Pecor trying to get out of the top of the ninth with the Doors still down 4-1. Certainly within reach if they can get something going in the bottom of the ninth. Pecor, deep breath, throws. It's high. 2-2. You know, the funny thing about that game he had against the Braves is after the game I spoke with him and asked, how did you get out of that jam in the 10th? And he said, honestly, I just placked out there and did a phenomenal job of just firing strikes and getting out of it. Trying to do just that. 2-2, it's a check swing. He went. Pecor gets out of it. 3 down in the top of the ninth, but now we head to the ultimate bottom of the ninth. Bourne up 4-1, trying to keep a no-hitter going on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
We are back at Gov Fuller Field, and it's Bourne over Falmouth, 4-1, and you see that 0 on your scoreboard for Falmouth. No hits as we enter the bottom of the ninth. Bourne is trying to do something that has not happened since 2015 in the Cape Cod Baseball League. That's throw a no-hitter.
And it's Landon White to try and close it out and get the 3-out save for the Bourne Braves. Been this year and the last 3 years at Division I Bryant University in the Atlantic 10. 7 1/3 innings for Bryant this year. 13 strikeouts in that time frame. Relatively low whip at 1.22. 2 innings so far for Bourne this year. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Former pitcher of the Bristol Blues in the NECBL.
Also pitched last summer for Bourne, but this his biggest moment as a Brave. Ty Konis leads it off for the Doors in the bottom of the ninth. Slanker on deck and Jackson in the hole. White's first pitch, it's a bunt by Konis. It's a good one. The third baseman throws onto first. He got it. Wow, what a play by Cooper Williams. That was not easy.
Oof, and both sides fired up. You're absolutely right. I mean, a little double step into the throw from Cooper Williams. Great footwork. And a strong throw usually beats a good base runner, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Especially with Ty Konis being a guy that you don't see bunt often. This is why this was impressive by Williams. On the run. Unbelievable play. Falmouth is down to their last 2 outs. Ben Slanker up at the plate. The pitch is a strike from White. Slanker, a guy that has been hot for Falmouth. A 6-game hitting streak. Not quite as long as a streak that hasn't been broke since 2015, though, with a no-hitter on the line. It's in there for strike 2.
Slanker 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts, 2 looking. Hit streak in jeopardy.
A big spot for Falmouth. Ben Slanker trying to end a no-hitter. Landon White on the mound, the right-hander. He throws. It's grounded at the second baseman, Rigdon. Throws on to first. He's got it. There's 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. And there is 1 more out to go. Riley Jackson steps up as the last life for Falmouth, trying to break the no-hitter.
8 2/3. But Riley Jackson, he's been heating up before this game, Tim. Is he the guy to break it here?
Jackson has 2 hits in his last 2 games, both against Catuit. Games Falmouth won. First pitch from White is low. Definitely close there. Jackson trying to get the job done with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Falmouth, winners of 2 straight. Bourne trying to get first place in the West Division. It's cut on and missed by Jackson. 2 more strikes to go for Landon White in this Bourne pitching staff that has been fantastic all season long. Falmouth had 24 runs the last 2 games, just 1 today. The 1-1 to Jackson is outside. Everyone at Gov Fuller Field is locked in right now on this game, especially the Falmouth dugout. Lots of cheers on every pitch that goes outside.
And Bourne's dugout knows what side they're on right now. No hits allowed through 8 2/3. Just waiting for that final out to go celebrate.
The 2-1 from White is fouled off, and Falmouth has 1 more strike left. White trying to be the last pitcher in a gem by the Bourne pitching staff. 1 run allowed. That was back in the first inning. No runs since then, and no hits by the Falmouth Commodores. The 2-2 is chopped away. Jackson staying alive. It is tense at Gov Fuller Field. First place on the line, but more importantly, a no-hitter that has not happened since 2015 on the Cape. The pitch from White is not in there. Man, that was close. Jackson stays alive. It's a full count.
Great at-bat being put together by Riley. I mean, you think about the pitches that just missed, low and away, just barely.
We're looking at our
again, great calls from Joe LaBella.
It is right there.
Yeah, that one
Easily
might
could've
have just
gone
clipped
either
the
way.
bottom of the zone.
Jackson staying alive. The full count is a walk. Jackson gets on to first, and Falmouth has a rally possibly going in the bottom of the 9th.
Bryce Eastep was aggravated that wasn't called strike 3. That just missed again. Oh, my goodness. Like, by
2
not
pitches,
even half an inch, like
much,
a quarter of an inch.
Pretty much in the exact same spot. Those 2 pitches.
Honestly, credit to Joe LaBella. Who needs ABS?
Incredible.
I mean, wow.
So the 7th walk of the game for Falmouth.
That's incredible umpire. He just missed by a quarter inch, and it was called a ball.
2 down to Brooks. First pitch strike.
Especially with 2 strikes, Tim, you sometimes see umpires expand on their zone in a game that's so well pitched like this. This is, I mean, again, one of the most consistent strike zones I think we've ever seen. This is phenomenal for both sides tonight.
It's an 0-1 count to Brooks. Jackson on first. It's flied foul. Falmouth is down to their last strike once again. Bottom of the 9th, Bourne up 4-1. Trying to shut the door and win their first game over Falmouth this season. This is just the 2nd time these 2 teams have met. The first one was a classic, a 3-3 tie in extra innings at Doran Park. This one's shaping up to be just that. Falmouth trying to end this no-hit bid by the Braves. The 0-2 outside.
Gotta love how invested the Falmouth dugout is. I mean, hooting and yelling.
Still quite a bit of fans in attendance.
Hey, the tying run's on deck. I'm just saying.
It's just hit 9 p.m. at Gov Fuller Field. Everyone is on their feet. The 1-2 is popped up. It's the second baseman Rigdon over, and he makes the play. Bourne with the first no-hitter on Cape Cod since 2015. They take it 4-1 over Falmouth at Gov Fuller Field in a classic.
Wow. Just wow. 4 different pitchers, all to perfection this evening. And Landon White with the finishing touches on the most punctuating victory of the season for the Bourne Braves as they overtake sole possession of first place in the CCBL West Division. And boy, we have seen quite the first 2 ball games of the 5 meetings on the season between both squads, Tim. We're in for cinema if these 2 teams are going to be duking it out for first place the rest of the season.
We'll see how it shapes up. Falmouth now 2 points behind Bourne in the West Division standings. You take a look at the pitching staff for Bourne today. It was Brendan Bennett who led off the game, and he gave up a run in the first inning. You thought Falmouth was onto something again offensively, but ever since that point, totally shut down. 3 2/3 innings from Bennett. No hits, 1 earned run. 6 walks, actually.
That was the culprit. I mean, Falmouth was knocking on the door, but it was only because of the self-inflicted wounds caused by Bennett. And it's no disrespect to the Commodores' offense because we saw how fast they were roaring, Tim, the last 2 days.
Now, the amazing thing about the walks, I mean, Falmouth had so many in those first 3 2/3. They did not have a walk up until that walk by Riley Jackson with 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Yeah, I mean, a tale of 2 teams, 2 games, it almost felt like for this Bourne pitching staff. And you look on the opposite side for Bourne, they were consistent. A hit through every one of the 4 innings, then broke out with a 2-run 6th inning on 3 hits. But yeah, for the Commodores, Bourne faced the minimum 4 different times in the game. Commodores went down in order 1, 2, 3 twice in the ball game. Felt like a little bit more, though, just because of how dominant the Braves' relief pitching was.
That's the thing. I mean, it didn't feel like a no-hitter because Falmouth got runners on base, especially early on in this game. They were knocking on the door quite a couple of times. But in the end, Bourne is able to pull off an incredible performance by their pitching staff.
Oh, so check that. We found out from our official score here that there was the most recent no-hitter in 2022. There was that no-hitter in 2015, but that's the most recent. So we'll correct it for the broadcast 4 years ago. But still, I mean, you see it once every 4 years.
It was Orleans versus Chatham.
And it was an Orleans versus Chatham game.
So Bourne takes it 4-1. We apologize about that, but anyways, for Falmouth today, the offense just couldn't quite get going how it did the last couple of games. I mean, they scored 24 runs in those last 2 games against Tutuit, and it was just a much different story today. The funny thing is the walks, and that was a great thing that happened with Tutuit and how they got a lot of runs. Just couldn't put hard contact on the ball, though, today, and I think that is what really triggered the difference.
There's a known baseball coach who coached in the past for Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic, Eric Holtz, and I loved a sentiment that a statement he said one time. He said, you can go from Superman to Peter Pan in one swing or one game. That's what the Commodores did today. They had that offensive outburst, like you mentioned, 17 walks, 24 runs, 22 hits in the last 2 games, but to no avail today once you face great pitching. That's why they say pitching wins pennants. That's why the Bourne Braves right now are in first place. We mentioned the 3rd lowest ERA, the least amount of hits allowed, the 2nd least amount of runs allowed. This is why you see them season after season under the helm of Scott Landers and company, Leaf Bigelow, a great pitching coach. That's why they're so consistent.
Right, pitching wins championships. That's what did it for Bourne last season and also in 2023 when they won the Cape Cod League championship. But now Falmouth drops to 2nd place in the West Division, and they have a big matchup coming up. They have an off day tomorrow, which I think will be a good reset time once again. I mean, you saw the reset on Thursday at Fenway Day and how crucial that was for the team to really get the bats going. But now you got to reset once again on an off day and get ready for Tuesday.
Tonight was the third of 7 consecutive games against the West Division, and you've won 2 out of 3 so far, right? So you're trying to be in that 4 or 5 win range in these 7 games and play well against your in-division opponents. Commodores entered today at 3-2-1, now 3-3-1, but that's where Bourne's going to hold that tiebreaker if push comes to shove. That can mean a lot for number 1, number 2 spot, especially if it gets down to a West Division championship in a couple weeks, Tim. A game like this indicative. Now, it's good that the Commodores kept it close, but this is what Bourne does so well. They keep it close, and that's why they're able to be successful in the playoffs, because they can play in these tight tie games, one-run ball games. They can walk it off twice. That's why last year you see their record only 20-18-2, but come playoff time, they're a different animal. Kind of like the Dodgers. They don't need to always have the most regular season wins. They get in the playoffs, they get their rotation aligned, and they get phenomenal bullpen pitching, and there you go. You're a World Series champion.
That's the secret formula for sure. So it is final from Gov Fuller Field. Bourne takes it 4-1 over the Commodores. We take a look at the final stat line of today. Bourne 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. Falmouth with 1 run, 0 hits, and 1 error. That error that was changed, Braden Jeffries thought he had a hit, and it was taken back. So it ends up being a no-hitter, the first time since 2022. So we will wrap it up from Gov Fuller Field for our whole producing crew in Skylar Ellis and Landon Stills, our producer, our director, Emily Gerard, our videographers in Alex Bond and Lily Matthews, our sideline reporter and Andrew Hillsman, Farrell Hudson next to me, Timmy Weiss saying so long from Gov Fuller Field. Bourne takes it over Falmouth, 4-1.